All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips with CampusNation.com, the sports animal. We are live from Mason High School, Mason's Atrium Stadium. Tonight for our game of the week, we've got the Colerain Cardinals. They're 2-1 against the Mason Comets, also 2-1. And we're here on the campus of Mason High School, ready to bring you high school game of the week football. Currently, right now, they just got done with Mason's alma mater. I would imagine the Star Spangled Banner will be at some point shortly. Huge marching band for Mason. I would say there's got to be, 120 people in that band. It's a big band. But anyway, welcome to high school football. I am here with Rachel Hargrave. She is on our video, and of course my sidekick here, AJ Ganger, as usual. And AJ is ready to give you some information that you're all waiting to hear. AJ, take her away.
All right, thank you, Rick. Well, yes, this is our Week 4 game of the week. The Colerain Cardinals coming in here to Atrium Stadium and Dwyer Field to take on the Comets of Mason. Both teams coming into this game 2-1. Mason just recently beat Winton Woods last Friday night here at Dwyer Field. In Week 1, Mason beat Springboro 24-17. In Week 2, they lost to Upper Arlington 24-21. And last week, they beat Winton Woods 41-27. Against Winton Woods, they only had a total of 213 yards on offense, 83 passing yards with 130 rushing yards. They gave up 361 yards on defense. 231 of them were on the ground, but the defense caused 3 big turnovers, and those 3 big turnovers led to points on the other end for Mason, and that is why they are 2-1 coming into this ball game. The Colerain Cardinals, in week number 1, they beat Warren Central, Indiana, 27-16. We are getting ready
with God Bless America.
We're going to do God Bless America, and then we'll have the national anthem and come back with more information on tonight's ball game.
The Mason Corps of the Cadets will be presenting the national colors tonight, led by First Sergeant Connor McNulty, Staff Sergeant Sean McNally, Specialist Cameron Jones, and Private First Class Stephen Roberts. We live in a country with freedoms like no other. Please rise and remove your hats. We will now honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Mason Band will close their pregame show with the Ohio.
All right, we're back here after the national anthem again, and what I was saying before we got interrupted by the God Bless America and by the national anthem. Colerain coming into the ball game 2-1 on the year. They beat Warren Central Indiana their first game 27-16. Then they beat arch rival Cincinnati St. Xavier in week 2 13-10 in overtime. But last week they lost a heartbreaker to LaSalle 39-36. That's what gives them the 2-1 record. And Rick, Colerain's not really used to losing games until it comes to the postseason if they're going to lose a game. I mean, this team year after year after year after year makes it to the playoffs with 9-1, 10-0 records, and they go really, really far into the playoffs.
Right. Not only being ranked high in Ohio, but Colerain many times have been nationally ranked. They always put a good product on the field. I'm sure that we'll see that same thing today. And, of course, LaSalle is undefeated. They're 3-0. So, they may have lost a heartbreaker, but it may be to a fairly powerful LaSalle team.
And then, last week, quarterback Deshaun Jones, he went 2 of 8 through the air, 56 yards, threw 1 touchdown, but he also ran the ball 23 times for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. His running back, number 25, Monolo Caldwell, he ran the ball 22 times for 154 and a touchdown. So, Rick, they've got a very powerful running attack when it comes to Colerain. And they had a total of 406 rushing yards last week against LaSalle.
Right, so obviously we know that they're going to keep it on the ground, in most cases probably only pass when they have to. On the other hand, they also might have a few wrinkles for Mason tonight, so we'll have to keep our eyes out for that.
This is a nice facility that we're here. We cannot wait till the video goes up tomorrow afternoon. But don't forget, this is just game 1 of this huge football weekend, because tomorrow we travel to Williams Stadium, where the Wilmington Fighting Quakers in prime time host the Capital Crusaders in a week 2 NCAA Division III college football matchup. We'll be there with all the action again, live at 6:45 with live audio throughout the entire game. We'll have delayed video on Sunday for you when it comes to the Wilmington College game. I know Rick's very excited about that. Wilmington going into a week 2 as 1-0.
Right, and they could quite possibly beat this team coming in. The Crusaders are 0-1. They got beat by Wittenberg, and so it'll be an interesting matchup. And of course, the other thing is part of it's just the mojo of winning your first game in 24. Obviously after 24 straight losses and then winning a game, that has got to put some inspiration in Wilmington College's team there. So we look forward. This is the only night game that we're going to be doing at the college this year, and Charlie Hargrave and his band from McLean will be there tomorrow night performing, and we will have Charlie on at halftime. As of course Charlie Hargrave is Rachel's husband and also the band director there at McLean and part of our broadcast crew for Wilmington College basketball and also some Wilmington High School basketball. So we'll be anxious to talk to Charlie. It'll be more band tomorrow night, but he might give us a little bit of insight as far as the Wilmington College game, because obviously Charlie is both a graduate at East Clinton High School and Wilmington College.
So we're going to have a big football-filled weekend. We started off here with Mason against Colerain, a Greater Miami Conference matchup here. Colerain has won this conference or shared this conference over the past 15 years running. So it's going to be huge. Mason has never won this conference. We got someone parachuting the game ball down onto the field right now. That is awesome.
You don't see that every day in a high school football game, do you?
No. You missed the target. Did you see the target was right there on midfield? But I think he's parachuting the game ball down onto the field.
I think he probably, because Rachel had her camera on him, I think he just wanted to make sure he was in her shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
he's got the game ball. We got a big crowd here tonight, probably estimated in the few thousands here at Atrium Stadium. We're going to have, just screaming fans all night long. Again, we're over on the Colerain side in the visitors' press box. And I'll tell you what, I bet you the visitors' press box is just as nice as that home press box over there, Rick.
Yeah, we were over in the home press box a little bit earlier, and it's nice, and it's big. I mean, it's deep. And so it's like someone's living room.
Colerain Cardinals taking the field right now. They're wearing their away uniforms, white tops with red bottoms, white helmets with the Cardinal logo on the sides with the red stripe down the middle of their helmets. Mason getting ready to come out down there by the blown up helmet. They'll be wearing their traditional home uniforms. They have green uniforms, white numbers and lettering, and here comes Mason onto the field. And they have white pants, white helmets with their Mason logo on each side, green with a green stripe down the middle. We are getting ready for Division I high school football here live from Mason, Ohio. Our first broadcast in the greater Cincinnati area, Rick, and I know you're excited about this one.
And of course, I've spent quite a bit of my time down here in this area, and I had a couple businesses, a few auto repair centers, and so I've been in this area for quite a while. But it is nice to come back and do some games actually in the Cincinnati area. We plan on doing more games of the week all over the place. And one of the things that we'll announce at halftime is what's on our website about the Wilmington College and particularly the Wilmington High School games. But we'll reveal more of that if you haven't seen our website at the half.
Now, this is the first meeting between Colerain and Mason since 2013 when Colerain laid a licking to Mason that year, and that was another big postseason year for Colerain. And, Colerain's used to playing in the playoffs, like we said. They're used to going very far into the state championship games. And, this is a team who knows how to play football very well, Rick. So we got about a minute and a half here before kickoff. Rick, I want to get your thoughts on what you think you're going to see tonight. Who do you have winning this ball game? What's going to happen?
Well, once again, I would have to pick Colerain, but obviously it's early. And we knew, and why we picked this as our game of the week, we knew that this could be a dogfight. Obviously, it's going to be a grind-em-out type of game. This is probably going to be a game like our game last week that's going to rely a lot on defense and not so much offense. But it could very well be a high-scoring game. We'll have to see. We're getting ready for kickoff now, and we're ready for some football.
Mason won the toss, deferred to the second half. Colerain will be receiving the ball, going left to right on your computer screen. Again, we're in the visitors' press box, and I think this is an East and West stadium,
right?
And one of those rare stadiums that you see.
Yep.
Back deep. Here we got about 30 seconds before kickoff. Back deep for Colerain, we've got number 1 Jaron Biesecker and number 3 Bryson White. Into kickoff for the Comets, number 28 Cody Bigner. As the clock running down to 20 seconds. Again, welcome live to campusnation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger with Rick Phillips, bringing you live audio of tonight's Week 4 Game of the Week, live from Mason, Ohio and Atrium Stadium. We'll be bringing you live audio all game long and delayed video up on our website tomorrow afternoon, Rick, in HD quality, just like last week's game.
That's right. It looks good on the big screen television at home as well as our app, and of course, if you're just watching it on a laptop, it looks fine.
Minutes on the clock. Whistles blown. We're ready for kickoff. And it is underway. A nice kick. Spiraling end over end. It's going to be picked up by Biesecker around the 2-yard line. Takes it out across the 15. Just barely gets across the 20-yard line before he's dragged down by a bunch of Comets coming down the field. He gets it out to the 22, and that's where the Cardinals will have their first offensive possession of the game. First down and 10.
We were commenting on what an incredible television system they have here at Mason. Besides the fact that they've got a video board, they have a camera in the end zone, 2 cameras over on their side, and it looks like a roaming camera down here on the sideline. Oh, I don't want to be in the shot. My hand was, but you see the gentleman down there on the sideline. It looks like they've got a 4-camera setup here. They have got a first class operation.
First and 10 for Colerain. This one's going to go up the middle, and that one's going nowhere. I believe number 25 was on the carry. Marlo Carlo Jones was the quarterback. They run kind of that wing T offense that we've seen Beaver Creek run in the past when we did the Beaver Creek Carroll game. So they're going to run. That's run heavy. They've very rarely passed the football, but running the ball, you're able to manage the clock a lot better there with your offense as long as you're getting some yards. They only got a yard gain out to the 23-yard line. First down and 10. We'll have two receivers lined up on the left side, one on the right side. We're in the shotgun now. Jones, the quarterback. Going in motion was number 3, Johnson, and he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mason's defense has been swarming thus far, not on just the kickoff, but on these first 2 running plays.
Brings up a third down.
It's going to be 3rd and 7 to go. They need to get it out to the 32-yard line. They're at the 25. Getting the play in from the sideline are the Cardinals. Bunch formation. Jones under center. Caldwell, the tailback, and we've got a penalty flag.
Yeah. Hey, we'd like to remind everybody we do have our app. If you go to our, actually it's posted above our game site there. So if you're listening to the game right now, just download the app. It's a lot easier to hear or to view Campus Nation. Anyone that has an Android phone can use the app. We invite you to do that.
Colerain drew Mason off sides. That's a 5-yard penalty. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 7. It was a good job by the quarterback there using his cadence to disrupt Mason's defensive line. 3rd down and 2 to go for the Cardinals. I formation. Look. Johnson, the tailback. One receiver lined up out here on the right side. Jones under center. 3rd and 2 and another penalty flag. That time it's going to be a false start against Colerain. So now we're going to have a 3rd and 7 again.
Gave it back what they got, right?
And I believe that one was on the fullback Caldwell because he did flinch after he got set. 10 minutes and counting left to play first quarter. Still no score. It's a 3rd and 7 as the Cardinals of Colerain on their first possession of the ball game. A couple penalties now backs them back up to where they were. The play getting called in. 10 seconds on the play clock. Under center is Jones. Caldwell behind him. One receiver lined up out here on the right. Wing T, man in motion, back to pass. He had a man open, fires, and that one is completed out across the 35 to the 37. Number 3, Johnson with the reception, and it's a first down for the Cardinals. Rick, he waved his hands, and the quarterback didn't see him right away. Finally saw him, and he almost got in trouble there throwing that ball.
It was almost a tad too late, and looked like it might get picked off by a Mason defender.
Here we go, 1st and 10 on the 42. Under center is Jones. This one's going to go to the fullback Caldwell up the middle, gets it out across the 40, and he's going to maybe get it out to the 41-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards will bring up 2nd and 6. They're a run-heavy offense, but they like to give the ball off to their fullback, not just their running back, and their quarterback likes to run the ball a lot too.
So they've got a triple threat there besides their passing.
2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. Colerain getting the play in. 15 on the play clock. Wing T formation this time tight with 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Jones under center. It's going to be a toss play out to Johnson on the far side. Gets it out across the 45 and across midfield into Mason territory before he's going to be brought down at the Mason 48-yard line. First down, Cardinal.
That time they got quick to the outside, got around the corner, and scored some big yardage there.
First down to the Mason 48-yard line. Using a lot of clock on their first drive, down to 8.5 minutes and counting. Same formation. Johnson goes in motion. Bobbles a snap. Back to pass is Jones. He has to pull it down. He almost lost the ball. He barely got it back to the line of scrimmage, where it'll be 2nd down and 10. We went back to throw that ball, and he almost lost it out of his hands.
Deshaunte Jones was the ball carrier.
2nd down and 10 at the 48-yard line. We got a whistle and an official timeout. Mason player slow to walk off the field.
Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10. 15 on the play clock as Colerain gets to play in from the sideline. Trips lined up on the left side. 1 receiver over here on the right. Caldwell on the right side of Jones in the shotgun. Johnson comes in motion. It's a jet sweep all the way. Johnson gets it out across the 45, across the 40, diving to about the Mason 39-yard line, a 9-yard gain, and it's going to bring up third down, I should say, and 1 to go for the Cardinals.
Right, they're managing their clock, they're managing their runs, and they continue to chug down the field.
Third and short. Need to get it to the Mason 38-yard line to pick up a first down here. Colerain gets to play in. 2 receivers lined up on the left, 1 on the right. Jones under center, Caldwell behind him. 3rd and a yard, penalty flag down. And it's going to be encroachment against Mason. Number 32 over here was lined up in the neutral zone. That was Dylan Schuler. And that's going to be a first down for the Cardinal, as it moves it out to the Mason 34-yard line now. First down and 10 for Colerain as they're moving the ball on their first drive of the game. 2 receivers lined up left, 1 right. Caldwell's going to get it. The carry up the middle, dives forward, gets across the 30 to the 29, and we're going to have a penalty flag back at the 37-yard line.
Maybe holding. Yeah, that's what it looks like. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal. It's your home for high school as well as college sports.
That was a chop block.
So was that a spot foul, or was that?
That's from the line of scrimmage. That will be 15 yards.
Big penalty there.
15-yard chop block penalty is going to back them up to the Mason 49. So instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 25. And that first down marker is all the way at the 24-yard line of Mason.
Yeah, this might, they might have to improvise and actually throw a few passes here.
Colerain getting the play in from the sideline, 13 on the play clock. Still have yet to get the play in.
You know, these Mason uniforms almost remind me of the New York Jets.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Tight formation. Johnson goes in motion. Johnson's going to get the toss out on the left side. Had a blocker, but he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage back at midfield. A loss of a yard. His blocker couldn't hold on, but that defender was relentless back there.
And it was the Mason defender that actually literally pushed the blocker back into the path of the runner, and then was able to break away and make that tackle.
Johnson was a little slow there. He's on his feet at least. The trainers are going to get out there on the field to make sure he's all right. He might have hurt his finger. Popped a finger out of the socket. So they're going to say he did get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe lost about a half a yard there. It's still going to be 2nd and 25. Colerain has held this ball for nearly half of this first quarter right now. They're 8 seconds away from holding it for half of the first quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can make Mr. Bass boogie. Mr. Bass, MHS band director extraordinaire, has spent countless hours making marching snaps. Now it's his turn to whip into shape.
So Johnson is now off on the sideline, getting worked on by the Colerain trainers.
Watch him whip. Watch him nail.
Do I want to plug this in the AV or in the mic, AJ?
What?
So should I plug this in the AV or the mic? Over here on the camera. Here. AV or mic? Mic?
What are you talking about?
Plug. Plug go in the AV or the mic?
Plugged in the microphone. 2nd and 25. Jones is going to pull it out and keep it on the option play, and he's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line.
Picked up quite a bit.
You're going to mark him at the 39. Good pickup there by Jones on the keeper, and it's going to be 3rd and long still, probably about 15 upcoming for Colerain.
Brings up a 3rd down and 16 for the Cardinals from the Connect 40.
They have now held the ball for over 6.5 minutes here in this first quarter. We're still on the first drive of the ball game.
Right. We haven't had Mason actually on offense yet.
3rd and 16 for Colerain. We're going to line up in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 on the right side. Jones as the quarterback. Option play. He's going to pitch it off to Caldwell on the far side. The 40, 35. And he's maybe got it out to the 32-yard line of Mason. It's still going to be short of a first down. And it's going to be 4th and long here from about the 33-yard line.
They'll still go for it. I can't see them trying to kick a field goal from here, and I can't see
You
them
hate
punting it.
to have a long drive like this, though, and end with no points.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't have much. They're sort of in no man's land. They're going to have to go for it, obviously, which is what they're doing.
4th and 9 at the 33. They need to get it to the 24-yard line. They have 10 seconds to run a play. 2 receivers are lined up on the right side, 1 on the left side. In the shotgun is Jones. 3 seconds to get the play off. 2, 1. They just got it off. Jones almost slipped. Fires, man open. Oh, picks it up. The safety was there to pick that ball off. He returns it out to the 30. Number 14, Tyler Sponseller was the safety. And, man, Mason's going to get that ball in great field position at their own 33-yard line. He took that back to the line of scrimmage.
Right, and you know, I can't fault the Cardinals for, you know, making the attempt. It's just that obviously when you're a run-oriented team, you know, making those passes, particularly when the other team knows that's about all you can do, you know, leads to something like this, which would be an interception.
Here we go. Hutchinson in a quarterback for Mason on first down. He's going to play action, roll out to his right. Fires. That one's completed on the far side to number 2, Kyle Lamont for an 11-yard gain and a first down for the Comets to the 43-yard line. It was good for their defense to get off the field there, and we're going to have a 1st and 10. Hurried up to the line, wing T formation. Hutchinson takes the snap, hands it off to the fullback, who bangs it out across the 45 to the 46. It's number 39. Michael Kopalski on the carry. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 for Mason. 1 receiver lined up to the left. We're still in this wing T formation. Handoff goes to number 3, White. And White gets it out to into Cardinal territory to the 49-yard line to make it 3rd and 2 for the Comets.
3rd down,
3 minutes and 15 seconds remain in our first quarter of play as Mason is finally on their first drive of the ball game after Colerain held the ball for over 8 minutes on their first drive. 3rd and 2. Twin receivers lined up on the right. Hutchinson under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off. First down and more. He's still up on his feet out across the 30. That ball came out at the last second, and Colerain picked it up, but they're calling him down. Number 21, Sora, was on the run, got it out into Cardinal territory to the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Comets. It's a big run by number 21, Sora. And we got a 1st and 10. The Comets now driving. 1 receiver on the right, wing T formation. Sora goes in motion, play action. Back to passes. Hutchinson steps up in the pocket. Got a man deep, and he overthrows his intended receiver, Lamont. And it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 to go from the 19-yard line. Double coverage back there, Rick. Still able to almost get it to him, just overthrew him a tad. 2nd and 10 upcoming for Mason at the 29-yard line of Colerain. 1 receiver lined up on the left. Hutchinson under center. This one is going to be a reverse. Sora is brought down in the backfield back at the 33-yard line. They handed the ball off initially to White, who gave it to Sora on the reverse, and that play is stopped for nothing and a big loss. We're going to have 3rd and 14.
Yep, they didn't fool them at all on that one there.
Need to get it out to the 19-yard line to pick up a first. Mason still in the huddle here. 13 seconds to run a play. 10 seconds. 1 receiver on the left. Wing T formation. White goes in motion. Play action. Hutchinson rolling out to his right. Under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Number 7 out of sack lunch there, Daryl Gardner. And Gardner is going to bring up a punting situation after that sack for Mason. Back at the 41.
And it does look like they are going to punt.
No choice here. Number 4 in to punt this one away, Lambert. Or excuse me, Fluker. Fluker going to punt this one away to number 1, Amir Reap.
So
Line drive, end over end punt that's going to bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. And Colerain will start their second drive of the game on their own 20-yard line with 1:05 left to go in the first quarter. Still no score. Well, Rick, what have you seen? Both teams have had the ball once so far in this ball game. We're already got 1:05 left to go in the quarter. But what have you seen so far that either has impressed you or not impressed you?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think probably the most impressive thing is the fact that Colerain is eating up the clock. I mean, they are having their will when it comes to running plays. Obviously, they have to get something accomplished, though. They can't just run between the 20s without scoring. So they need to actually get on the board this time with this drive. But they've exhausted most of the time. Their time of possession is probably 8 times what it is at Mason.
Caldwell gets the carry on first down, gets it out across the 25 to the 26 for a gain of 6. Number 40's got to come out of the game for Mason. He lost his helmet. He'll have to sit out for one play, and it's going to be 2nd and 4.
The other thing that I would say is it looks like Mason's going to be primarily passing, whereas Colerain's going to be primarily running.
Mason, they've ran a lot of play-action passes, too, but you got to establish the run in order to do a play-action pass.
That's right, and I think that's why Colerain was having none of it.
And here on 2nd and 4, they're going to give it to Caldwell again. He squirts across, or through the hole, I should say, broke a tackle, and gets it out to the 31-yard line to pick up 5 and a first down for Colerain to their own 31-yard line. Two receivers will be lined up over here on the right. They at least have to run one more play here in the quarter, about a 2-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. Jones under center. Takes a snap, option play. He's going to give it off to Caldwell. Gets it out across the 35 to the 40, or excuse me, to the 38-yard line. A gain of 8.
Yeah, that was a nice pickup.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter of play in our Week 4 Game of the Week. Here live from Atrium Stadium in Mason, Ohio. Our score, Mason 0, Colerain 0. Colerain will have it 2nd and 3 from their own 38-yard line to begin the second quarter. So, 1 possession for Mason, 1 possession for Colerain. Colerain used up nearly 8 minutes of game clock on their first drive. Mason only about 3 minutes, and Mason was the one who has a turnover, or Colerain, I should say, has a turnover with an interception.
Well, what we're seeing right now is the potential for Colerain, if they continue to maintain the possession that they do each quarter. Obviously, Mason's defense has to be out on that field, and eventually they will wear down. I mean, I don't care if they had the Bengals out there, they would wear down. So, obviously, at this point, I still think that right now Colerain's got the best of Mason in this first quarter.
All right, we're about to begin the second quarter. Colerain will now be going right to left on your computer screen or your cell phone, tablet, Roku channel. 2 receivers on the right, 1 receiver on the left. Jones under center, Caldwell the fullback behind him. Caldwell's going to get it again, gets off, breaks a tackle across the 45 into Mason territory across midfield, still going, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the Mason 46-yard line. Big gain by Caldwell. He's their number 1 fullback right there. He's not even considered the running back. He's considered a fullback in this offense.
And that was a big pickup. And obviously Colerain, once again, they're on the move.
1st and 10. For the Cardinals. 1 receiver will be on the right, 2 on the left. Under center is Jones, Caldwell behind him. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. That's a read option. And he handed the ball off to Caldwell. Gets it out across the 45 to the 44. That's about 2 yards, and we'll have 2nd and 8. I got tricked out a little bit there. I didn't know if Jones still had the ball or not.
Colerain, obviously, they've got a great program. You can see the fans that have showed up for this game. And Colerain is about 25, 30 minutes away on the west side of Cincinnati. Mason is on the east side of Cincinnati. And so they've got a great turnout. Now, we'll have Rachel, when she gets a chance, show you a shot of the stands at Mason. They are packed too.
Number 18.
We've got a huge
Decker
crowd.
got it out to the 42-yard line. Excuse me, 37.
I'd say, just roughly estimating, we probably have 2,500, 3,000 fans here at least.
3rd and 1 yard to go for the Cardinal. Here in our second quarter of play, one receiver lined up on the left. Wishbone formation, hands it off to Caldwell. He's got a first down and more across the 35 to the 33-yard line. Good run there by the fullback, Caldwell again.
First down, Cardinals.
10.5 minutes and counting left to go in our first half. Still no score, but we got a first down and 10 as the Cardinal driving again here on their second possession of the ball game. Tight wishbone again. And a penalty flag is going to be thrown, as that was going to be a false start. That we did have the tackle over here move for Colerain, so it's going to be 1st and 15.
Yep, looked like there was a little motion on this side.
Brings up a first down and 15.
Really a beautiful night tonight for football. Very pleasant. Very wispy clouds in the sky.
Overcast.
It's a little hazy. But, it obviously doesn't affect the players on the field.
Doesn't affect us either up here in the box.
That's right. And we let Rachel come in the box with us instead of having to sit there with the fans.
Yeah. All right. 1st and 15 after the penalty. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left side. And another penalty flag.
The clock? The clock ran down, maybe.
No, I don't think the linemen were on the line. Illegal formation.
That'll back them up.
And they didn't have enough men on the line, so that's another 5 yards, and it's going to be 1st and 20. Penalties are killing Colerain's drives right now. We saw that happen on their first drive, and now we're seeing it happen again, and it's 1st and 20.
Yeah, it's particularly difficult when you're a running team and you're trying to start a rhythm and you have these penalties. It's sort of disruptive.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 on the left side. Caldwell, the fullback, as he's going to get the carry across the 40, across the 35, makes a man miss, but he held on to him as he gets it down to the 30-yard line. That juke move there, the Mason defender was still able to grab a hold of his jersey and just follow him to the ground, and we're going to have 2nd down and about 7 yards to go now. They're at the 29-yard line of Mason. Colerain getting the play in. 12 seconds to get the play off. Plenty of time. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Caldwell, the tailback behind Jones. Jones, play action, under pressure, pulls it down, dives forward, gets it out to the Mason 26.
Jones.
2nd down and about 3 yards to go. Or, excuse me, 3rd and 3 to go for Colerain. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right side. Caldwell, the tailback behind Jones. 3rd and 3. Jones takes the snap, hands it off to Caldwell up the middle, gets it out across the 25, and he's brought down around the 23.
Gotta be
Let's
close.
see how close he is here from that first down. The official's looking at it, and they're going to call for a measurement. Barely got it if he did.
You're listening to our Game of the Week on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Rick Phillips, Rachel Hargrave, AJ Ganger, the crew, as we're known. Beautiful Friday night football. And don't forget, tomorrow night we've got college football.
And that's a first down by the nose at the Mason 23. Sorry, Rick. Neither team has been inside the red zone yet. Colerain, is just 3 yards out from that red zone where you want to score all of your points. 8:04 left to go here in the second quarter. Still no scores. Colerain's driving on just their second drive of the ball game. They had a turnover in their last drive on 4th down.
Definitely piling up the time of possession.
We're going to have 2 receivers lined up on the left side or right side in an I formation. The tailback, Lenny Decker, and that one's going to go to Caldwell up the middle, jumping over defenders inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line.
And we are now in the red zone.
Gain of 7. Second down and 2. Second down and 3. Yep, Colerain is in the red zone. You're right, Rick. 15 on the play clock as he cuts the play in. Still same formation with an eye. 2 receivers on the right side. One Decker, the tailback. Jones takes the snap. He's going to keep it. No, he hands it off to Caldwell, who's still pushing that pile down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. And that's going to be a Colerain first down.
On the bottom of the pile for the Comets. It's another Cardinals first down.
Ball on the Mason 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Now back to the option formation with the receiver lined up on the right. This one is a counter play.
Cameron Ferguson stopped by Ty Spahn.
Ferguson was on the carry.
Michael O'Brien.
Number 23 for the Cardinal.
Second down and 7 now.
3-yard gain, second down and 7 as they're at the 9-yard line.
Mason's bicentennial birthday party kicks off tomorrow morning with a parade at 10. Enjoy a full day of family fun.
Just 6 minutes until halftime. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Jones takes the snap, hands it off to Caldwell up the middle, who plows his way down inside the 5 to the 4. And they can still pick up a first down here without scoring.
Without scoring.
Michael O'Brien. And Andrew
3rd and 2. They need to get it to the 2-yard line. And they've got 2 plays to do it if they want to choose to go that route.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to kick a field goal this close.
Same formation, but 2 out to the right side, 1 receiver on the left. Jones under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Caldwell again, who dives into the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown.
So the Cardinals have drawn first blood.
They draw first blood with 5:20 remaining in the first half of play. Got some LeBron James powder throwing up in the air. And to kick this one through the uprights will be Davinsky.
I mean, in all reality, and of course our fans will see this tomorrow when they get a chance to view the video, but this is more like a college football stadium in the sense that there's so many people in this stadium.
Davinsky in to attempt the PAT. The snap's down, the kick's up end over end, and that is through the uprights and good. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in our first half of play. The Colerain Cardinals taking a 7-0 lead over the Comets of Mason. Colerain obviously reigning supreme in time of possession right now. Mason's defense has to be wearing down and has to be happy that their offense is going to be able to get a chance to be back on the field.
Well, the key is not that they're going to be back on the field. They have got to drive. They've got to possess the ball. They've got to give their defense a blow here. They cannot afford to be, 4 and out and then turn around and have to kick it back, get their defense back on the field against Colerain. Not the way Colerain possesses the time of possession and grinds it out.
I got some G-Walk stats, or scores, I should say. Fairborn leading Sydney 7-0. Wayne running away with it against Troy 21-0. Greenville and Lebanon, no score. West Carrollton and Fairmont, no score. Piqua and Northmont, no score. Butler, who we saw last week, beat Wilmington, no score against Xenia.
No score?
No score in the first. And Centerville 17, Trotwood Madison 7 in the first quarter.
Centerville starting to come back a little. I think Beaver Creek is playing Springboro tonight, or Bellbrook, one of the two. I think it was whoever Wilmington played week before last.
Back deep to receive is number 3 and number 30, White. And we got the kickoff. That one's going to sail right out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. White and number 6, Pearson, were back to receive the kickoff. Again, we'll be bringing you score updates all throughout once we get them.
At Mason's bicentennial birthday party, festivities include...
Again, this week we're using NFHSnetwork.com. Very good website for all your stats, or excuse me, for all your high school football score needs around the entire country. Back out on the field on the 20-yard line of the Comets, 1st and 10, with one receiver lined up out here on the right side. Hutchison, he'll take the snap. He'll hand it off to White, and White's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Great job by the Cardinal defense staying at home and stopping that run before it even got started. 2nd and 10.
Well, they're lucky they made it back to the line of scrimmage. They really have got to put some forward progress here. Their poor defense is going to go in at halftime needing IVs.
See, this is something we haven't seen very often, is Mason has a player go out and then a player come in with the next play. We haven't seen that often, and there's a timeout going to be taken by the Comets as the play clock was running down. That's just their first timeout. They have got 2 left with 4:36 to go in the second half, but we haven't seen that a whole lot this year because of the teams that we have covered. All their plays are coming from signals on the sideline.
Right, and I think that the shuttling of the play probably resulted in the play clock running down. So that the effectiveness of running the play in with a player versus actually using signals is probably not as good. But maybe they feel like it's less chance of having their signals stolen. Not that anybody would do that unless they were the New England Patriots, right?
4:36 to go in the first half. Colerain with a 7-0 lead over the Mason Comets as you're listening live to our Week 4 high school football game of the week as the Cardinals travel here to Mason, Ohio, in beautiful Atrium Stadium at Dwyer Field. Like Rick said, this is like a college football environment on a Friday night. Big college football games tomorrow, not only in Division III, the game we're covering, but also around the entire NCAA Division I.
Yeah, and even Michigan plays.
Yeah. Bad snap. Hutchison has to pull it down from the gun, and he's going to get dragged down at the 15-yard line. And that's going to be a loss of 4 as they'll mark forward progress to the 16. And it's going to be 3rd down and 16 to go. He took that bad snap. I don't know if he just ran with it because the play was already disrupted from that snap, but he had to make something happen, and he couldn't. It'll be 3rd and 14. They need to get it to the 30-yard line. Do the Comets to pick up a first down. 10 seconds to get this play off. 2 receivers lined up on the left side. Hutchison under center. Takes the snap. Just back to pass. Going to throw a screen. And it's too high and incomplete. Pass was intended for the Mott. Overthrew him. He had a lot of green in front of him if he didn't drop that football. Now it's 4th down. And Mason is going to have to punt the ball away again. Not what you want to do when your defense has been on the field for the entire first half, it feels like. And you're only down 7-0. In to punt this one away for Mason is number 4, Faulkner. And back to return is number 1, Reap. Faulkner standing at his own goal line, takes the snap. And bad punt. That's a rugby-style kick that bounces off a player's foot and goes out of bounds at the Mason 34-yard line. Very bad punt of about 20 yards. And now Colerain's going to have excellent field position and plenty of time to put up another score before half.
Deontay Jones with the pressure on the punt. DJ Fluker did get it off. One out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Colerain's offense going to start at the Mason 34-yard line. First down and 10.
34 with 3:37 remaining in the half.
Jones gets to play in. He's going to be standing in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Caldwell will be next to him on the right side. Plenty of time to get the play off, 10 seconds. Man going in motion from left to right. He's going to get the ball. It's number 6, Jones. Flag down in the backfield. Jones takes it out across the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that's going to be a hold there against Colerain.
There's a marker on the field. Michael O'Brien and Ty Spencer are made to stop.
So that's a 10-yard penalty that's going to back him up all the way.
Back to the
44-yard line. First down and 20. Lakota West right now beating Princeton 7-0 in the first quarter. Fairfield and Sycamore are tied at 14 apiece. And Lakota East running away with it against Hamilton 21-0 in the first quarter. Your scores from the GMC. Shotgun again. Play action. Jones back to pass. Looking, firing deep. Has a man wide open. It's Jones, and it's incomplete.
The pass is incomplete. It was intended for Deontay Jones. Second down, 20.
Keontae Jones was the intended receiver. And it's going to be second down and 20 now with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the first half.
Wasted America Shopping Plaza on Cox Road. Hats off and many thanks to everyone at City Barbecue for sponsoring Mason Athletics.
Still no score reported for Oak Hills at Middletown. Those are your GMC scores. 4 wide receivers in the pistol formation. Jones going to run the option. Pitches it off to Caldwell. Caldwell gets out across the 40, across the 35, and gets dragged out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Excuse me, he stayed inbounds. The official signaling the clock should still run. He gets it out to maybe the 31-yard line. That's a big pickup there because now it's third and a little manageable for this Colerain offense. Third and about 7.
31-yard line where it will be third down. At about 7.
They certainly have plenty of time to take it in for another score before the half.
4 wide receivers. Caldwell on the left side of Jones. Keontae Jones goes in motion. Play action. Jones is going to fire and almost hit Caldwell. Caldwell reached out with that big paw of his, just couldn't pull it down, and it's going to be 4th down and 7 from the 31-yard line. Rick, what kind of play are you going to run here? Because you know they're going to go for it.
You might find a little bit of trickery being displayed here for this play. They'll try some misdirection, or they'll try. I don't know whether they'll pass it or maybe.
They're going to bring on.
Looks like they might try to field goal.
This is going to be a 48-yard field goal.
Well, this will be interesting.
For their kicker, number 13, Davinsky. There's on the left hash.
But we better watch him. There's no special little.
There's the snap. The kick's up. It's low, and it's short. No good. 48-yard field goal missed. So with 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half of play, Colerain has a 7-0 lead still over the Comets of Mason, who's got plenty of time to drive down and at least put 3 points up on the board. But, Rick, are you questioning that decision to kick that field goal right there?
Well, I don't, once again, that's a coaching decision. I don't know what effectively you're not going to find many high school kickers kicking 48-yard field goals.
This is that Carroll kicker.
Well, he was kicking them for 45. We know that. But I would have tried either a pass or something other than that.
First down, White gets the carry, and he's brought down behind the line to the 19 for a loss of a yard. It's going to be second down and 11 for the Comets.
Even if the kicker would have attempted to, do the kick and then run it or something, anything would have been probably better than bringing it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Under 2 minutes to play. I think you might want to go to hurry-up mode here. But under 2 to play, you got 2 timeouts.
Well, I mean, if they're primarily a passing team, as it looks like it is, and they've got plenty of time to get it down the field.
Hutchinson's going to give it to White on the counter, who gets it out across the 20 to the 23. And Colerain is going to use their first time out of the ball game.
Well, they're hoping to get the ball back.
1:35 to go. Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, if Mason's not going to hurry up and try to drive down the field, why not? You got 3 of them, you got to use them.
And they're attempting to run, which makes no sense either, because obviously that takes a lot of time, and Colerain has not been giving up a lot of yardage.
Again, with 1:35 left to go in our first half of play, Colerain with a 7-0 lead here against the Mason Comets, and Mason's got a 3rd and about 8 here after this timeout. They need to get it to the Colerain 30. Rick, if you're Mason, do you run the ball again, or do you just throw a little slant route, maybe another screen like they were trying to do on their last possession, but overthrew him, because that guy had a lot of green that he could have ran if he would have caught that football.
Yeah, I think that you have to be in a passing mode. Obviously, they've displayed the fact that they can pass the ball. To run a play just eats the clock up, and basically what you're saying is, what do? Go in at halftime 7-0 and then, figure out how you're going to beat them in the next 2 quarters? I would try to put some points on the board.
All right, well, here we go. Shotgun formation. 1 receiver each side. Hutchison in the gun, White next to him on the left. And this one's going to be a draw delay, and they're going to not get anything back to the line of scrimmage, and now Colerain's going to use another timeout. That just ran 5 seconds off the clock, and now you give Colerain the ball back with a little less than 90 seconds to go.
Well, hopefully they'll get a better punt off than they did the last time. When they shanked that punt, that it would have went 20 yards.
If that.
Yeah, so, maybe Colerain figures if we pressure, the punter, we might get a block or we may get another shank. And if that's the case, we're going to start, on this side of the 50-yard line and be in good shape to maybe take it in still. And they certainly can run the ball. We've seen that. Rachel, isn't this a lot more fun than being down in no man's land? Oh, I guess they're at Wilmington, so maybe Podunk, as Dave says, we're in Podunk, right? I'm sure that you miss your daughter in the band and you miss your husband running the band, but we have a lot of fun too. So and you get a little new look as far as some high school football players. That's the great thing about a game of the week. You get to see different leagues, you get to see different clubs.
Faulkner in to punt this one away. He's standing back on his own 7. The ball is at the 23, and Reap is back to receive it. That's a way better punt, and he's going to just let this one go and bounce inside the 30-yard line of Colerain before it's going to stop at the 30, where Colerain's got 1 minute 15 seconds to go until halftime to try to put up another score. Your offense are moving the ball, and they're doing it on the ground like we expected them to do with their big fullback Caldwell.
Yeah, now the difference obviously is they've got quite a distance to go, and it'll be interesting to see just how much they're going to run or whether they'll mix in a few more passes. And by the way, at halftime, we're hoping to get the AD here at Mason, Scott Stemple, up to talk to us. He has other things that obviously as ADs have to do that he has to oversee, but he said he was going to try to get up and talk with us a little bit. Scott Stemple, the AD here at Mason. So we look forward to talking to him.
Option play, Jones pulls it down. And he's going to get knocked down at the 44-yard line. Here, Colerain going to hurry-up mode here before halftime. Under 60 seconds to go. They're getting the play in. They got 1 timeout. Now down to 50 seconds. Jones barking the signals. Shotgun, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 on the right side. Caldwell next to him on the right. And this one's going to go to number 18. Len Decker gets it out into Mason territory to the 41. And he'll pick up a big first down with 35 seconds to go. But there was a penalty flag, and it's going to be a hold against Colerain. So this one's coming back.
Yeah, what obviously we would expect. When you see someone get away like that, usually it's a holding penalty.
There's holding on every play, though, right, Rick?
Well, that's true, yeah.
So that was a spot foul. And that's going to bring him back to their own 36. And it'll be 2nd and 15. And they're running the clock here, 30 seconds and counting to go in the first half.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're in any hurry, to do anything but just run the clock out now.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 on the right side. Jones in the gun. Caldwell now going in motion, rolling out, firing across the middle. Man, what a hit. Pass incomplete, intended for number 20, Hicks. Number 22 laid the lumber on him, Lewis. Man. Well, Lewis, big disruptor there, and now we got 10 seconds to go.
That was about as loud as the Comets have been thus far in this game.
It's 3rd and 15 from the 36 of Colerain with 10 seconds to go. Maybe some trickery here. Mason still got 2 timeouts.
Well, I mean, obviously you could try a long pass, and if they intercept, they're going to be in no position to bring it back anyway. So I'd go for it. I'd air it out. I'd try one of those Hail Marys.
All right. Pistol formation. Caldwell behind Jones. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. There's the snap. Option play. He's going to pitch it off to Caldwell. And the big man's only going to get it out to the 38, and Mason is going to take a timeout.
Well, Mason is looking maybe to force them to punt, either block a punt, maybe recover a punt, take it in, maybe run it back.
You could conceivably run another play.
And that's what I would do. I just go ahead and run the play. You got 5 seconds. It's not like it matters. As long as you hold on to the ball, you're in good shape. And that may be exactly what the coach is talking about. Let's just keep the ball. Let's just, run around, take a knee real quick, and then it's over.
I think their punt unit is out on the field, though. We'll have number 6, Pearson, and number 3, White, back deep to receive the punt for number 13, Dewinski. With 5 seconds to go until halftime. Aim this one towards the sidelines.
Yeah, I would squib it. I wouldn't give Mason any real chance to run this back.
White and Pearson are standing back on the 20. There's a snap. That's a nice high spiraling punt. That's going to take a bounce at the 29. And it's going to roll all the way down inside the 10, inside the 5. What a punt to end the half, down to the 5-yard line. And we're going to go into halftime here from Atrium Stadium with the Colerain Cardinals up on the Mason Comets by the score of 7-0. Stay tuned for our halftime show, our halftime report, as Rick Phillips and I will break down everything that you have heard from this first half.
Rachel's trying to get the scoreboard in, but there's a post in the way. So just take our word for it. It's the Cardinals 7 and the Comets nothing.
Listen into the band, the big marching band here from Mason. As Rick said, we may have a interview here at halftime. We'll let you listen into the Mason and Colerain bands.
Last year we were running around though, like chickens with our heads. Yeah. Basketball season, we're going all over the place. I put those waters in my bag. I work Sunday 8 to 4, Monday 8 to 4, Tuesday 8 to 4, Wednesday 8 to 4, Thursday 1 to 9. I like soccer. I don't know what department, I guess I'll find out. Maybe someone went on vacation, that's why I'm working evening days. Maybe they put me in there. Brick doesn't pay me enough.
I don't even get paid anyway.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
get over how big this band is.
I know. There's no way to actually zoom in. Cameras maybe look like kids when you do that. You know what I mean?
This is 5 days and 40 hours.
7 days and 40 hours.
We are at halftime. We're getting ready to hear some of the bands play. Currently, we've got the Colerain Cardinals leading the Mason Comets 7-0 on the Campus Nation Game of the Week.
Score updates here from around the GMC conference, the conference we're covering tonight. Obviously, Colerain and Mason 7-0 at the half. Lakota West 14, Princeton 7, Fairfield 22, Sycamore 16. Both those two games are in the second quarter. Lakota East 28, Hamilton 7, second quarter. Middletown with a 21-0 lead over Oak Hills in the first quarter. Those are your scores from the GMC. Now let's go back to the G-Walk. We'll look up some scores there. Wayne out big over Troy right now, 42-0. That game just in the second quarter. Sydney 13, Fairborn 7 in the second. Still no score between Greenville and Lebanon. West Carrollton and Kettering Fairmont still no score. Piqua and Northmont no score. Butler and Xenia no score. Springboro 6, Beaver Creek 0 in the first quarter. And Centerville might get their first win, I believe, 17-7.
No, they've
they
actually
lead
got more than
Trotwood.
they have more than one win now. I think they're like 1-2, so this would be their second win.
Let's go to the MAC. I'm always curious about how the MAC schools are doing here in the state of Ohio. Arcadia 0, North Baltimore 37, St. Joseph Central Catholic 18, Ottawa Hills 14. No score between Montepeller and Lakota. That was the Midland Athletic League. This is the MAC. Marion Local 6, Minster 7 in the second. Versailles 14, New Bremen 0 in the first. Fort Recovery 0, St. John 0. Parkway 0, Anna 0. Coldwater 10 and St. Henry 0.
It's an interesting score there with St. Henry. Coldwater beating them 10-0.
Any other leagues you want me to look at, Rick? SCOL?
Yeah, you might as well pull up the SCOL. Be interesting to see how. I think we probably know the Massey Trace game's going to be Massey, but it'll be interesting.
Wilmington McLean game. Yeah, Massey's already up 21-0 in the first. Chillicothe 14, East Clinton 7. No score to report from Wilmington and McLean. Washington Courthouse 9 and Hillsboro 0. That score is reported in the first quarter. Again, those games did start at 7:30.
Right, and speaking of the SCOL, and we've posted this on our website, so we might as well get this out now.
Hang on, let me do the cross-country conference real quick.
I've heard of them.
Miami East 12, Arcanum 6 in the first. Twin Valley South 0, Ansonia 0, Covington 0, Bethel 0. Tri-County North 14, Mississinawa 0, National Trail 0, and Jefferson Township 0. Go ahead, Rick, with
There's
the
a
big
lot of
announcement.
struggles, nothing to nothing, isn't there?
That or no scores have been reported.
Yeah, that's true. We've had a lot of comments. Obviously, last year we were intensively covering the SCOL and particularly Wilmington High School. We did Wilmington football, all but one of their games, at least audio. We also did, obviously, a lot of all their home games and a few of their away games as far as basketball. Had a great team. We followed them throughout the tournament. Girls basketball, did some wrestling. And so a lot of people were just assuming that we were going to be, once again, doing Wilmington football, Wilmington basketball. And the reason that we initially decided that we were going to back off was because with the advent of WALH radio, 106.7 FM there in Wilmington, Lee Hindy's worked tirelessly for probably 5 years trying to get that radio station on the air. Well, they finally realized their goal, and they've been on the air now, over the air, besides their internet broadcast. And so we know that because of the area and the depressed nature of the economy in the Wilmington area, we felt that it was going to be very difficult for two media entities besides the regular newspaper to compete for advertising dollars in the Clinton County area.
Especially with us being video.
That's right. So we didn't want that kind of competition in the sense that we felt that a community radio station was much needed in Wilmington. We haven't had one for many years. And so, we were pulling obviously for WALH, and we have the advantage with not being tied directly to any particular location, being internet television. We can go anywhere, just like our games of the week are showing you. So we made the decision that what we would do is we would do some Wilmington games, obviously, where they were pertinent, much like the Vandalia Butler Wilmington game. It was the opening of the new refurbishment of the stadium. Beautiful, beautiful stadium. Fantastic facility. We knew the team was going to be competitive. They had an 8-2 record last year. Scott Killen continues to do a great job as head coach there in Wilmington. But anyway, to make a long story short, we were under the impression that WALH would devote their over-the-air broadcasts to covering Wilmington football, both home and away. Now, I have not talked directly with Lee Hindy. We did see him last week, didn't get a chance to talk to him during that Vandalia Butler Wilmington game. But I didn't talk with him directly, nor do I know what his schedule is as far as broadcasts. But they are doing at least one internet-only broadcast as well as an over-the-air broadcast. Tonight's broadcast, as I understand it, is Massey and Miami Trace. And that's not only over the air, but on their WALH.com. They also have another domain, which is sportsgiant.net, and I believe they are covering the Wilmington McLean game on that feed. And that was decided, I think, maybe once they rethought their position. Maybe there was some other discussion. Maybe someone contacted them. I'm not sure. Maybe their fans contacted them. But regardless, we have nothing to do with WALH's programming or anything else about WALH. We just want them to be successful, and we want them to be prosperous. But that being said, we want to make sure that Wilmington gets its coverage that it's due. And so therefore, from this point on, what we've committed to is, because obviously we're a little different than radio. We are video, so we are audio and video. We're TV. We've got our new app. We've got our Roku channel. So we continue to add enhancements, and we will continue to do that. We're always wanting to be on the cutting edge, and we will continue to strive to do that. But ultimately, we've decided that we will start doing, as of homecoming, which is next week, the Hillsboro Indians will be in to play the Hurricane. We will start doing all home as well as away games. So we're putting together a second crew, and then and I'm not sure how we'll divide things up as far as the crews, but anyone out there that is interested in learning some broadcasting, maybe running a camera, maybe doing some editing, we're more than willing to help you learn some skills. If you're in high school, if you're in college, those are the perfect ages. AJ interned with me last year, and look at him now. He's a sports star. So anyway, bottom line is we are doing Wilmington Hurricane sports.
And Game of the Week action around the state.
That's right. So we are still going to do our Game of the Week broadcasts with Crew 1 or Crew 2, but the other crew will be doing every Wilmington home game, every Wilmington away game, both audio and video, beginning next week. We've got 2 more home games in a row at the new stadium, Alumni Field, and we will do all those games, not only just at home, but also away. So we will make sure that we bring Wilmington, Ohio, the best in their hometown athletics, and as far as what happens and what is covered by WALH, once again, like I said, it's out of our control. Lee Hindy runs that station, and he will make whatever decisions that he's going to make. Scott? See you, Scott? Yeah. And as I said earlier, it is our pleasure, and by the way, we want to thank him immensely for taking some time with us today, and also being a gracious host. This is a fantastic facility. This is Scott Stemple. He is the athletic director here at Mason High School. And now, have you been the athletic director here for a while, Scott?
This will be my 10th year.
Well,
once I finish up, if I finish up.
The last 2 games that we've done, both the Beaver Creek AD and also the Wilmington AD, this is their first year. ADs frequently, I guess, must move around, change. You've been here for 10 years. That's saying something.
Yeah, I just been very fortunate. I followed a guy that was here for quite a while, Rod Russell, and had a pretty good foundation here. So a lot of good things were in place. I was very fortunate, and still very fortunate to have the kind of people that I have around me, and it's been a good situation. So
well, as
very fortunate.
As an AD, you have to obviously do a lot of scheduling. You have to, you have to everything, not just obviously with football or basketball, the big sports, but every sport has to be scheduled. I'm sure you've got some maybe some helpers in your office there that help with some of these things. But obviously, you make the major decisions, and you take the athletic program for Mason High School forward. Being here for 10 years means that you've done something right, and you certainly are graced with great facilities. I know that's important for an athletic director. You've got the facilities as far as football, as softball, baseball. There's as good a facilities as we've been in anywhere. And in fact, we were saying that because we do Wilmington College football, and this stadium is every bit as nice and larger than Wilmington College. And you probably have, I don't know, a couple thousand, 2,500, 3,000 people here tonight. It looks like a pretty big crowd.
It seats about 6,800. So we're probably close to 6,000, I think, right now with the Colerain crowd. I mean, our side's full, and that's about 4,500. So.
Yeah, you're packed, and of course Colerain. We know the Cardinals. They've had a storied football program, and they travel well, so they've got plenty of fans that will come and fill the seats. Well, tell us a little bit as far as Mason sports. this year, and of course, this is our first year here at Mason as far as any kind of athletics, but we hope maybe to come back and do some other sports here. Your basketball program, maybe girls volleyball. What do we got as far as these programs, and how do they look as far as your league that you're in, as far as Mason sports? Now, you have an all sports trophy, I assume.
Yes.
So I imagine Mason's probably been pretty successful and up there near the top frequently.
Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate. I mean, we've been in the GMC since 2008, and we've been fortunate enough to garnish the All Sports Trophy every year that we've been in.
I thought so.
So our teams have been pretty balanced in that respect, and I think our coaches work hard. Our kids make a pretty strong commitment to what they're doing, and again, when you talk about the facilities and our situation here, you have to have a good school district and a good community that supports all that. And we're just very fortunate to have people in our community that care about it, and an administration that thinks it's important, that extracurriculars are important to our kids. And so I think when you mesh all that together, it helps you, enhances your ability to be successful. So I just think we're not perfect here, but I think our teams and our coaches do a really good job of what they do, and they excel at what they do, and we're just very fortunate to be where we are.
Now, is Mindy McCarty still the principal here, or has she moved?
Mindy went back to Wilmington, and Mindy was a great administrator for us here. Mindy was here, I think, probably 12, 13 years, and I was sad to see her go.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether she was.
Relationship with Mindy.
Yeah, well,
she was a great supporter for us. Did a great job as our principal here, and hated to see her go, but we understood why she took off and went back to Wilmington, and that's a good place for her. And that's our loss and their gain. She's going to do a great job.
Well, when my kids were in junior high school, she was the junior high school principal there in Wilmington, and I wasn't even sure. I didn't realize that she'd gone back to Wilmington.
Yeah,
but,
she's an excellent administrator, and Ron Sexton, who's the superintendent there, is a great guy.
Yeah.
And so, I think those two together, they're going to continue to make Wilmington a better place.
Well, we would certainly like to come back and do some other sports.
Anytime.
And show our audience your fantastic athletic program here. We certainly appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy, but we appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks for having me. You're always welcome here.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night. You guys are welcome to drinks if you haven't already. Thank you. Good luck.
And that was Scott Stemple. He's the AD here at Mason High School. We certainly appreciate his hospitality, and we've been well taken care of here. And it's difficult for our type of an operation. We're going from school to school, and we're not really affiliated with one specific school like we were last year with Wilmington. It is important that we have a rapport with the athletic directors in all these schools in the area, so that it's easy for us to get access to be able to bring to you, our audience, these fantastic sports, these athletes, and these facilities. And you learn a little bit more about each of the communities that we visit, and the people and the athletes that are here in places like Mason, Ohio. So anyway, we stand corrected. Mindy McCarty is back in Wilmington. She was the principal here at Mason for a number of years, and I knew Mindy. My kids were at the junior high school at one point, obviously in Wilmington, and knew that Mindy was the junior high school principal. She came here to be the principal, and apparently she's gone back to Wilmington, so I'll have to look her up if we're back to Wilmington at some point. All right, it's halftime, 7-0. Really a close contest. It's been all Colerain from the time of possession on the clock, but they really have not been able to convert. And part of the reason is they've spent so much time on the field in their first drive, which almost took the first quarter, that they really didn't leave themselves a lot of room for scoring multiple times.
No, and they do have one turnover on offense, too, because that was their first possession. It was a fourth down play. Jones threw it up and got it picked off. But then their defense hasn't been on the field for, I don't even think, more than 6 minutes right now. But, total game clock. Mason's defense has been on the field for probably pretty close to 15-plus minutes of game clock, and that's going to wear you down. I'm surely they're happy that their defense has time to recuperate right now because their offense will have the ball to begin the second half. Their defense gets to sit on the bench, talk more about their game plan. They just had halftime, so they're able to rest there and rest up from halftime. But, I mean, you got to think about it. Mason has to be able to keep their defense off the field, and they're not able to do it because Colerain has such a powerful running attack. They're running, they're having 8-plus play drives, and that's what you need when you're on offense. But on defense, you can't have that.
Right. What I see in the second half, if it continues the way it went in the first half, Mason will get worn down. Colerain will make bigger gains. There'll be more breakout runs. We might have, several scores from that type of a situation. If Mason can drive the ball, either running and or passing, this is going to be important, this first set of downs. If they can maintain and go down and score, that will give their defense not just the physical rest, but the mental, uplift that they need, because if they do a 3 or 4 and out, it's going to be very difficult on their defense.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Rick. And again, we are still at halftime here. They just put 3 more minutes on the clock. We're at 2:45 and counting. That first half, it flew by. It's only 8 o'clock right now.
Well,
it's still past your bedtime.
That's true,
but it's still only 8 o'clock. That first half flew, and it was because Colerain kept that clock running.
Actually, 5 o'clock is past my bedtime. Because I'm a party animal. I'm up all night, I don't go to bed until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. In fact, the party, I think, is at your house tonight, isn't it, up in Troy?
Yeah, you're buying me dinner?
Well, if we're going to do that, we're going somewhere close. I'm not driving to Troy to buy you dinner.
That's right. You're about 45 minutes an hour away from here.
Yeah, Wilmington isn't that far from here. It's not a bad drive. I mean, It's really not a bad drive for you.
No, mine's just straight shot up 75.
Well, and of course, the traffic is easy. It's a piece of cake for you, right?
Yeah. Especially driving through Malfunction Junction down there by UD.
Well, there's a lot of construction going on in it on 75.
There are 3 seasons in Ohio: summer, winter, construction. Everyone knows that.
Hey, we'd like to remind everybody that tomorrow night we've got Game 2 of our Wilmington College coverage. It is a night game, first night game and last night game of the season that we're going to be covering.
They only have one night game a year, and I think they do that because it gives the alumni, not only for homecoming, but it gives the alumni a chance to come out and see a primetime game, because a lot of alumni from Wilmington College, they do show up to those late games, and a lot of people, they don't want to get out and go out to a 1:30 kickoff like most of their games are. So it does give the alumni quite a bit of time to go out there and celebrate. They are inviting a lot of alumni back. They had something going on downtown by the mural tonight over at Wilmington College, and obviously I wasn't able to be there because I'm here doing this game, which to me this is more important than going and having a party with a whole bunch of alumni I probably don't know.
That's true. Yeah, because it is such a huge college. They got about 50,000 they graduate every year, right?
Right. Yep, totally.
But
there's only about 800 or so in my class.
Yeah, we will be bringing you tomorrow night's game. It will kick off at 6:45 with our pregame. 7 o'clock will be the actual kickoff. Wilmington is 1-0. The Capital Crusaders are 0-1. They lost to Wittenberg. They will be in. This is a league game, so this is going to be a little more important than just any other game that you're bringing in.
And I do think Wilmington is like one of the only teams in the OAC that actually plays that one out-of-conference game, because Capitals already played an OAC game. They played Wittenberg, who's ranked 17th or something like that in the nation. So they've already played that game. We are 5 seconds away here from kickoff of the second half, as Colerain will be kicking from left to right on your computer screen, iPhone, tablet, anything that you're listening or
I thought that was right to left.
Okay, right to left, my bad.
That's all turned around. Like Common Core math or something. He's all messed up.
Levinsky will be in to kick this one off. Back to receive is number 6, Pearson, number 3, White, and on the far side is number 13.
That little breeze feels good.
Grace. All right, 12 minutes on the clock. We're ready for second half action as our third quarter from Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium is underway. Nice long kickoff that they're just going to let fly out of the back of the end zone for a touchback, and Mason will take over First down and 10 on their own 20-yard line to start the second half. Rick, their offense really hasn't moved the ball. Then maybe their longest drive was at least 6 plays. Like you said, they're going to have to be able to stay on the field, not go 3 and out, and keep this Colerain defense on the field and try to put points up, because putting points up right now is huge on this first drive.
I cannot stress how important it's going to be for the mental attitude of the Mason team to get something going this first drive. It's not make or break, but it is very important.
Hutchinson under center. First down and 10. White goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to the fullback up the middle, and he's going to get a yard out to the 21. Not a whole lot of room there. Kopliowski. It's a weird name to say, number 39.
Now, Scott was telling me that this stadium seats 6,800. That almost looks Russian. Kopliowski. Yeah.
But anyway, fullback.
He said that more than likely they've got about 4,500 people just in the stands over there.
It looks like it. Number 21's on the carry. Sora on second down. He gets it out across the 25 to the 27, and that's a 3rd and 3 now for Mason. They're moving the ball a little bit after that little first down play. 3rd and 3 for Mason. They need to get it to their own 30-yard line to pick up that first down. And yeah, Rick, there are tons and tons of people at this stadium right now. And, both teams, they travel well, even though this is Mason's home field. Colerain, they traveled really well here to this ball.
Yeah, they've got a few thousand in the stands just as an away team.
And this was going to go to Sora again, and he is just about a half yard short from the looks of it up here from this official. They need to get it to the 30. They're short. It's about 4th and inches as they're on about the 29.5-yard line.
And this is a situation I can't believe that you're going to go for it simply because of your field position. If you would. So what is it? 4th and 1. If you don't make this, this could be the ball game.
This is going to be a sneak right here with Hutchinson. Guarantee it. There's the sneak, and he got it. He got it out across the 30. Got it by 2 yards out to the 32.
That was a very, very gutsy play.
But if you're 4th and a half yard, if that, you're just short by the nose of the football. You got to go for it in that situation. You just got to run that little sneak. But like you said, it is risky because you could fumble the snap. You could get your line blown back. But it was a good job by Mason to get that push and allow Hutchinson to pick up the first down.
Well, and it keeps the drive alive, as they say.
Yep, 1st and 10 on the 32. Under center's Hutchinson, one receiver to the right. Play action. Looking, firing, got him, man. It's White, and that one is picked off. It's picked off by Colerain's Jones. Number 6. He underthrew him there.
Yeah, he had the man open. He just didn't hit him.
Colerain's going to have it in great field position at the Mason 40, or at their own 41-yard line. With 9:31 to go in the third. Big possession for Colerain's defense there. He had a man, he just didn't lead him with that pass. We're going to line up in the I formation. One receiver lined up on the right, one receiver on the left. Jones takes a snap, hands it off up the middle to Caldwell, squirts out across the 45 and gets it down to their own 48-yard line.
7 and 8 yards, somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Second down at about 8. Or second down at about 3.
7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3, I formation again. Jones is going to be under center. And Jones slipped when after he handed the ball off to Caldwell, and Caldwell isn't going to go anywhere there, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That was a good defensive play there. Obviously, the Comets' defense still wants to stick it.
Third down and 3, no gain on the play.
Yeah, that Minster and Marion local game right now is just 6-0 local at the half. But that game is between two state champions from last year. And they play Coldwater. Minster plays Coldwater on the October 9th. Two receivers lined up to the right side, one on the left. Jones with a quick handoff to Caldwell, who squirts past midfield and is brought down at the Mason 45-yard line for a first down. See those quick hitters with that fullback there. That's what's opening up those big holes as a first surge by your line, and he's just finding them and running right through them.
Well, once again, as we said, we don't know what this Mason defense is feeling right now. They're getting tired. There's no question about it.
Colerain getting the play in. They got 10 seconds to run it off.
Two receivers out to the right, I formation. The snap, the give to Caldwell. He's going to pick up 5 yards out to the 40.
Brought down by D'Angelo Simmons and Ty Stonseller. He picked up 5, second and 5.
2nd and 5 on the 40-yard line for Colerain. They're going to line up with that same formation, I formation. Two receivers out to the right side. Tied in over here on the left. And that one's going to go the other side to Caldwell, and he's not going to get anything. He's lucky he got back to the line of scrimmage on that play, and it's 3rd and 5.
Met by Michael O'Brien and Dylan Shower.
You're listening to our high school game of the week. The Mason Comets hosting the Colerain Cardinals. It's 7-0 right now, Colerain. I'm Rick Phillips with AJ Ganger and, of course, our videographer, Rachel Hargrave.
Yeah, Charlie got on me for not mentioning her in my post on Facebook earlier. Sorry, Charlie.
Charlie is the ultimate promoter.
Yep, Caldwell actually pulled it out. Jones is going to keep it, but he's not going to get that first down. And we might have a face mask because a flag flew from the umpire. No, it's going to be holding.
That's going to bring it back. And by the way, Charlie Hargrave will be our guest at halftime tomorrow night during that game that we're going to be bringing you at Wilmington College. Charlie is bringing his McLean Band in to perform at halftime there at Wilmington College, and he'll come up and he'll talk with us a little bit, maybe give us some insight into what he sees as far as the game as it develops tomorrow night.
So that's going to move him back to the Mason 47. I don't know why you wouldn't decline it. They didn't pick up the first down. Yeah, it'd be 4th and short.
3rd down, 12.
That's going to be 3rd and 12. They need to get it to the Mason 35-yard line. Does Colerain? They got another shot here on 3rd down.
I think Mason probably, they were concerned that it was too close and it would be too easy for them to punch it over.
Two receivers lined up on the right, one on the left side. Jones sends Caldwell out in motion, back to pass. On 3rd and long, fires over the head of Caldwell, incomplete.
DeShante Jones' pass.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 12, most likely a punting situation here. Good defensive stand.
Yeah, and we've not really seen on either side of the field, some really good, when you say passing, like last week when we were watching credit for Wilmington, and even the Vandalia Butler quarterback, there was some fairly crisp, good passes on both sides of the ball. Haven't seen that by either team here tonight.
Novinsky going to be in to kick this one away to White and Pearson. Nice high kick, spiraling. It's going to bounce at the 10 and go into the end zone for a touchback, and Mason will take over on their own 20-yard line with 5:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Colerain still with just a 7-0 lead, but their defense is playing strong.
Yeah, well, I'd say, as long as it's 7-0 and Mason continues to hang around, there's always the opportunity for them to score.
And you got to remember their last possession ended on a turnover as it was picked off by Jones over here on this side on that pass trying to go to White. He underthrew him. Jones was there. He just grabbed it, off the turf.
Here we
One
go.
Receiver lined up on the right. Hutchinson under center. He's going to give it off to White, who's got a big hole. 30, 35. Stiff arming his way out of bounds at the 40. And a penalty flag is going to be thrown
over here on this side. I think Jones wanted a face mask off a stiff arm, and they're going to move him back 15 yards if that goes against the offense.
Now they're talking it over right now.
Oh, a personal foul against Colerain. That I didn't see that unless it was the kid arguing, saying he wanted a flag for a face mask.
I don't know. The Cardinal fans certainly didn't like that call.
That's 15. That's 15 big yards because that now puts Mason into Colerain territory
First
for just
time.
the second time.
Is it the second
time? On their first drive, they made it out across the 50 and then had to punt. But now they're going to be at the Colerain 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
Actually, I think this is as deep as they've been in Colerain territory. The last time they made it to like the 48.
Under center is Hutchinson. First down, one receiver on the right. This one's going to go to big number 39. He gets it out across the 35.
Now, see, that's not a bad run. They're setting up reasonable, expectations as far as, second and third downs. When you only get 2 yards or 3 yards, it's very difficult to manage that on first down. Now they're picking up more yardage now.
He picked up 7 on first down, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3. That was Michael. His last name's really hard to pronounce. I'm just going to call Michael K.
Michael K. That's what you would call, yeah.
One receiver out to the left. Michael K. going to get the carry again. He's got the first down out to the 30-yard line of Colerain. They just pounded it. We haven't seen him run the ball more than a couple times tonight. And on those last 2, he picked up that first down in just 2 plays.
And I'll tell you, as long as they can't stop him, I keep running him.
I've been saying that all year long. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Some of that stellar Wilmington College English.
Yep, I'm wearing a Wilmington College shirt tonight too. 1st and 10 on the 30. This one's going to go to White on the right side on the counter, and White gets it out to the 27.
Looks like 3 or 4 there.
That's a gain of 3 yards for Mason, and it's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. 2nd down, 7. On the 20 side.
Under 4.5 minutes to go in the third as Mason's now driving after a big personal foul penalty. Moved him into Colerain territory. 2-back set, 2 receivers on the left. This one is going to go to Sawyer, who spins off 2 tacklers. Looked like Braxton Miller there spinning off those 2 tackles. Gets it out to the Colerain 22-yard line. What'll be 3rd and short?
This is what the doctor ordered. This is immensely important, not just for Mason as far as their offense, but their defense. They're getting a much-needed rest. And mentally, they're being picked up by their offense driving.
3rd and 2. Ten seconds to get a play off. They got to hurry it up here. Under center's Hutchinson, 2-back set. Penalty flag flies, and this one might back them up.
Probably some movement there. They were trying to hurry to get the play off.
No, they're going to call offsides against Colerain. Someone lined up in the neutral zone. That's an automatic first down.
And that's a bad error.
Penalties have been hurting Colerain all evening, not only on defense but on offense.
Yeah, I would say that Colerain has its share, the majority of the share of penalties tonight.
So now Mason's going to be inside the red zone for the first time this evening at the Colerain 17-yard line, 1st down and 10. One receiver lined up over here on the right side. 2-back set. Hutchinson gives it off to White. White's going to hole the 10, and he's down inside the 10-yard line to about the 7. Nice gain by White.
That was a nice run. He was almost gone.
That's a gain of 9 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and a yard to go.
1st and goal on the 8 at the corner.
Again, they can still pick up a first down.
Correction, it's 2nd down and 1. Still 1 yard to go.
2nd and 1 from the 8-yard line. They need to get it down to the 7 for a first down. 10 seconds on the play clock is now Mason coming out. 2 receivers lined up on the left. 2-back set. Snap gets off at 2. It's Sora juking his way down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. And that's a 1st and goal for the Comets. 4 plays to punch it in, try to tie it up.
I wish we're going to have to get our camera so that we can see the scoreboard in this video because it's really, really nice. And they've got some real interesting video up there after various plays here.
Some graphics.
Yeah.
All right, first and goal from the 4. 2-back
There we
set,
go.
1 receiver out to the left side. Under center's Hutchinson. He gives it off to Sora. Squirts through. Still moves his feet. The crowd's going nuts, but no signal yet. Mason players want touchdown. Colerain players say they have the football.
Well, this will be interesting because they are using replay, not for the umpires or the field people, but they're using it as far as the home team. This year is the first year where you can actually have replay.
Second down and goal from the goal line. Hutchinson's going to take it himself. He got stopped. He got stopped. He didn't get in. No signal yet from the officials, but I don't think he got in.
No. They would have signaled by now.
No, they're going to mark. He lost a yard. They move him back to the 1. Third and goal. This is what the doctor ordered for Colerain's defense is a goal line stand. Crowd going nuts over here on the Colerain side. Crowd going nuts over on the Mason side. Third down and goal to go for the Comets. Well, under a minute to play in the third. Under center is Hutchinson. 2-back set. Hutchinson takes the snap, hands it off to Soro, gets into the end zone for a Comet touchdown. And their side's going absolutely bananas. That quieted the crowd over here. You could hear a pin drop on this sideline.
Yeah, the cowbells are quiet. They pulled within 1.
Now they're going to line up like they're going to go for 2.
Now, this is interesting.
On this extra point. We've seen this before.
Well, now they're shifting.
And now they're going to line up for their PAT. In to kick it's number 24, Grant Kramer. In to hold it is number 18, Jake Swell. This to tie it up. Two seconds. Snap. Kicks up end over end, and it is through the uprights. 48 seconds to go in our third quarter of play. The Comets of Mason have came back to tie this one up 7-all against the Cardinal of Colerain. Rick, we've picked really good games over the past few weeks. They've all went down to the wire.
That's true. Well, I mean, that's what it's all about. When we do a game of the week, we have the advantage to be able to seek out the best teams with the best matchups in the best leagues. And that takes nothing away from following one team. Obviously, we're going to be doing Wilmington football, and they got a great team. But we'll still be doing our game of the week with our broadcast crew, as well as having a broadcast crew there to do all those Wilmington games.
We already know one of our game of the weeks will be Wilmington and Massey.
Oh, absolutely, but we'll be doing it anyway, right? Right. Yeah. Actually, doing it that way now, we don't have to do it as the game of the week. We can call it the game of the week, but we can still do a game of the week elsewhere.
All right, in to kick this one off, number 28, Andrew Holler. Back to receive. The kickoff is number 1, Amir Rep, and number 6, Jones. Here goes the kickoff. It's a high kick. It's a squib. Colerain's going to get to the ball. They do, barely in time. And he got knocked down at the 27-yard line. Good job by Colerain to pick that ball up. That one bounced and almost was costly. Almost worked like an onside kick. The official spot will be at the Colerain 28-yard line, but they'll take over 1st and 10 with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tied up 7-all. Under center is Jones. Tight formation. Caldwell, the tailback behind him. Jones is going to keep this one to the far side. Across the 30. Gets it out across the 35, and he's shoved out of bounds by Pearson. Across out to the 40 or the 38-yard line. That is going to be a pickup of 11 yards and a first down for the Cardinal.
So there was no flag.
They wanted one.
First down for the Cardinals.
1st and 10 after the pickup of 11 yards. Whistle's being blown.
No, there was something on the field because it wasn't a flag, it was a towel. I just didn't know that it was white rather than yellow. I have those sharp eyes.
You're going blind.
It's like you and your hearing and me and my eyes. The two of us make a human being, right?
You're on my left side tonight. Two receivers out to the right side, one on the left. Ace formation. Jones under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Caldwell. He's got a big hole. Caldwell still moving his feet down to midfield, and that's another pickup of about 12 and a first down. 2 plays, 11 yards each. 22 yards so far and a first down at midfield. 30 seconds and counting left to go. They need to at least run one more play. They're the Cardinals.
You can help support the Parks and Recreation Foundation Common Ground program. Proceeds from Mason's Hospitality.
5-second difference from game clock to play clock. Need to hurry up and get this one off. 5 seconds to snap it. Jones under center, tight formation. This one's going to go to Caldwell again. This time, he maybe got 3 yards, and that is going to do it, folks, for our third quarter of play. Our score at the end of 3 quarters is all tied up. Mason 7, Colerain 7. The fours are going up. We're going into our fourth quarter of play here on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports all throughout the country. I'm AJ Ganger with Rick Phillips, Rachel Hargrave on our camera. We're going into the fourth quarter, Rick. This is a big fourth quarter. We're all tied up. We haven't seen an overtime game yet this season, but I really think the only reason Mason scored on that last drive were those 2 costly penalties caused by none other than Colerain, and they finally gave the ball off to Michael Kay, who proved he can do some damage.
Yeah, I don't think that it was necessarily just because of the penalties. They certainly contributed to it, but I think that Mason, as you said, they got some good run. That opens up the possibility now of passing. So, and they're motivated mentally now rather than being beat down the first half, by that great defense of Colerain. The real key now is what Colerain does to respond.
And the crowd wasn't really into it. They were kind of silenced after they saw Colerain hold on to the ball that long in the first quarter. That crowd on that far side they're into this ball game again.
Yeah, all 4,500 of them.
Second down and 8. Caldwell gets the carry to begin the fourth quarter, and he takes it out into Mason territory across the 35 to the 32-yard line for another Colerain first down. They're just going to pound with this kid. He's been doing that all game long.
Yeah, and obviously we knew Colerain was going to come in here and they were going to run the ball, and that's exactly what they're doing. And, maybe they want to get back to making sure that they stay at this run and they pound that ball across that goal line.
First and 10 on the Mason 32-yard line for the Cardinals. We're going to have another tight formation. Jones is going to be under center. Caldwell the fullback. Sends a man in motion. This one, play action this time. Jones has nobody open. He's going to take it down and run himself. 25, gets out of bounds across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Close to another first down. It's going to be second down and a yard to go for the Cardinal. Two receivers lined up on each side. Jones under center, Caldwell behind him. This one's going to go to Caldwell, who's got that first down, I believe. I have to wait and see what the officials say on the spot.
Jeremiah Shaw teamed up with Logan Hayes to make the stop.
Clock's still running. The officials haven't officially stopped it. They're going to stop it. They are going to measure this one. The ball is spotted right about the 23, close to the line to get, the little yellow line. It's imaginary. You can't see it because we're audio right now, and you can't see it on our video because Rick doesn't put it on the video.
Yeah, we need that imaginary yellow line.
Short. He is short.
2 more cameras and our switcher and
He
all
was
kinds
short.
of ads.
So it's going to be third down and a few chain links.
Now he looks like he's about, I don't know, 5'9", 5'11", something like that. He's not that short. Oh, you mean short as far as the ball? Oh, okay.
Ball's at the 23. They just need to get it to about the 22 and a half. Third down and short.
So make sure you stick around tonight after the game for the rest of the orchestra concert featuring ELO's greatest hits.
There's a big fair going on just over the way in the high school. Jay Armstrong, our cameraman last year, is working over there as a vendor.
Oh, really? What's he selling?
Food.
Oh,
Funnel cakes and lemon shake-ups.
my favorite.
And Jones faked it to Caldwell, made a man miss. He's inside the 20, and he's going to be brought down at the 19-yard line. Jones does pick up that first down, and now Colerain is going to be back inside the red zone.
I thought they were saying something about Rossi fireworks or something.
I think so.
Yeah.
It is Mason's bicentennial, the city of Mason.
Right.
First and 10 from the 18-yard line of Mason. In the red zone again of the Cardinals. Two receivers lined up on the left, one receiver on the right side. Caldwell this time gets the carry, breaks a couple tackles, breaks another tackle down inside the 10, keeps his feet moving down inside the 5, all the way down to the 1-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 2. What a run by this big fella, Caldwell. We thought that play was going to end right at the line of scrimmage, but it didn't. And now it's going to be first and goal for Colerain. Tight formation, Jones under center, first and goal. This one's going to Caldwell. They're going to get it to him to finish off the drive, and it's a Colerain touchdown. Why not give it to the guy who carried your team down the field right there on that drive, especially that first down play from the 18. Now the Cardinals are going to be back in the lead. They're up by 6 pending the extra point. As number 13, Davinsky will be in to attempt the PAT. In as the holder is number 80, Ryan Murray. Waiting on the snap. Snaps down, kick is up. Oh no, it's blocked. And that PAT is no good. The center got blown up right there, and that extra point is blocked. So with 10:01 left to go in the fourth quarter, Colerain just up 6 points, 13-7. That's huge for Mason, because if you score another touchdown on this drive, all you have to do is make the extra point to take the 1 point lead.
Come back to haunt you is what we're saying, right?
It could very well come back to haunt you. Pearson is back deep for the Comets. Number 13, Davinsky, going to be in to kick this one away. Every one of his kickoffs tonight have been touchbacks. 10:01 remaining in the fourth quarter. Colerain with a 13-7 lead. And there's the kickoff. This one looks like it's going to go. And no, it's going to be fielded by White at the goal line. Takes it across the 15, and he doesn't make it out to the 20. Stops short at the 18-yard line. Well, the Comets will take over with 9:54 to go in the fourth quarter, down by 6 points. You're listening to Week 4 high school football action on CampusNation.com. Your home for high school and college sports. AJ Ganger, Rick Phillips on color, Rachel Hargrave on our camera for this Greater Miami Conference matchup between the Mason Comets and the Colerain Cardinals. This game has not disappointed here at
Atrium Field at Atrium Stadium at Dwyer Field. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Hutchinson's going to be under center. One receiver lined up on the left side. Wing T formation. Going in motion is number 21, Sawyer, who strings it out. A flag. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he keeps his feet moving and is shoved out of bounds at the 20-yard line. But we're going to have to wait and see what this penalty flag is over at the 21-yard line. It's a hold against Mason. That's going to be 10 yards. Then I'll move him back to the 10-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 18. It's a spot foul. And White's going to get the carry. White down the sideline. And he's close to the first down out at the 24-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 yards to go. Second and 5 from the 24-yard line. One receiver lined up on the left, wing T formation. Hutchinson under the center. Showing blitz is Colerain in a false start. The blitz right there. The blitz right there caused number 71 for Mason to jump 5 yards, moving him back. That was Jeremiah Shaw, the offensive lineman, who moved. 5 yards is going to bring him back to 2nd and 9 at the 19. 9 minutes, 10 seconds and counting left to go here in the 4th quarter. Colerain up 13-7. 5 seconds on the play clock. One receiver lined up on the left. 2-back set. This one's going to go to White. White on the counter. Gets it back out to the 25-yard line.
Bryson White on the carry. Gets back to the 25-yard line. Brought down by Kevin Williams.
2nd down and 4. Or excuse me, 3rd down and 4 upcoming for the Comets. Big 3rd down.
This is definitely a big 3rd down here. And Colerain knows it because their fans are going crazy.
One receiver lined up on the right side. 2-back set. This one's going to go to Sawyer, stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and it's now 4th down. What do you do here? I mean, I know it's field position, but Colerain just drove the ball down your throat. What do you got to do, Rick?
Well, let's look at it this way. You kick it away, and Colerain brings it back and scores. The game's over. You go for it, and you don't make it.
Their offense is staying out on the field.
Yeah, so that's why I would say they're going to go for it. And once again, another gutsy call.
Maybe they'll try to draw Colerain off sides if they can't get him to jump. Or 5 seconds to snap the ball. 3, 2, 1. They don't get it off. They didn't get the playoff.
They'll have to kick it now.
Oh, they called the timeout. They didn't get the playoff there before the timeout.
So they did get the timeout, or they didn't?
That is Mason's first charge timeout of the second half. They have 2 left with 7:37 left to go here in our 4th quarter of play. Colerain with a 13-7 lead over Mason in our Week 4 Game of the Week, live only on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
And speaking of college sports, big night game tomorrow starting at 6:45 with our pregame and kickoff at 7. The Capital Crusaders come into Wilmington to do battle with the Fighting Quakers. Tomorrow night's game is a battle of a 1-0, which is Wilmington Quakers, and an 0-1, which are the Capital Cardinals. But I would say Crusaders. Yeah, they're going to be a good. It's going to be a good battle, I think. And we may even make a prediction here.
Yeah, I see the coach down there is arguing because
he didn't think Mason got the timeout in time, and he wants to delay a game penalty, but I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, you know,
He better watch it because he doesn't want to get
if he gets a penalty,
unsportsmanlike and
it'll be a
automatic first down.
That's right. And you know, we've got Comets, we've got Crusaders, we've got Cardinals. A lot of C's there.
We had two games of Beavers a couple weeks ago.
Right, Carroll, the Patriots.
All right, they're going for it, 4th and 4. Two-back set, one receiver each side. Hutchinson he drops back to pass. He fires, and his receiver was nowhere near the pass. He didn't look back for it. Incomplete turnover on downs as the intended receiver was Bryson White. And now the Cardinal will take over 1st and 10 on the Mason 25 in great field position.
Right, and I thought that he was open there in the flat. If he wouldn't have gone for the distance.
If he would have gone a slant route,
right,
a slant or an out, he would have been able to catch that ball and pick up the first down. Him and the quarterback were not on the same page.
Well, we've got 7 minutes and 33 seconds left in this game. We know the Cardinals can run the ball, and that's exactly what they'll do.
They're going to probably sit there and pound it with Caldwell. I don't blame them if they do. I formation, number 23, Ferguson's the back. This one's going to go to Caldwell, though. And he's still up on his feet, but he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd down and 10. He was on top of a player. That's why he could still move, and he almost got up and took that one to his house.
No gain on the first down.
2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Use as much time as you can off that play clock. Let this clock run down before you snap a ball. That's what Colerain needs to do.
Absolutely.
I formation again, 2 receivers to the left. This one's going to go to Caldwell again. This time he got a couple. No! It's a keeper by Jones. And Jones is going to be into the end zone for a 25-yard touchdown run. Touchdown Cardinals. That tricked me right there.
Well, he actually bounced off a Comet defender. He got around.
They're going to go for 2 to make it officially a 14-point game if they get it.
Would make sense. Probably a run.
I don't know. Maybe another read option type play here, or a rollout pass.
Well, they look like you're spreading them out.
Smell that baby powder from them throwing it up in the air. All right, under center is Jones. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 on the left side. Caldwell behind him. The snap. Caldwell gets it, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Our score was 6:46 to go in the 4th quarter. Colerain has jumped out to a 14-point lead, 21-7 against the Comets of Mason.
You got any scores for us there, AJ?
I'm looking. G-Walk scores Springboro 7, Beaver Creek 0, 4th quarter. Wayne 49, Troy 7, 3rd quarter. Centerville 20, Trotwood 13 in the 3rd. Northmont 14, Pickwa 13 in the 3rd. At halftime, Lebanon with a 20-7 lead over Greenville. At halftime, Sydney 26, Fairborn 7 at half. Kavinsky going to be in to kick this one away to number 6, Pearson, number 3, White, and number 30, Grace.
Mason needs to make something happen again.
There's a kickoff. Nice, high, spiraling kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 6-yard line by Pearson. Takes it out across the 20. Loses the football, but he falls right back on it across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A battle of 2 state champions last year right now in the MAC. Marion Local 6, Minster 7 in the 3rd quarter.
Parkway 0 and a 6 at half. Versailles 36, New Bremen 6 at the half. Coldwater 24 and St. Henry 0. Coldwater plays Minster next week, or I think it's next week or the 9th.
Well, of course, you know, St. Henry was at game one of our broadcast there with Covington, and they handled Covington fairly well, and now they're getting spanked.
Pearson, the pass, he completes it to Michael Kay across the 35, broken ankle, across the 45, and gets it out to the 48-yard line of Mason. A penalty flag is down on the field at the end of the play.
Yeah, it came out at the end of the play, so obviously there may be some additional yardage tacked on here.
Washington Courthouse 9, Hillsboro 3 at the half. Chillicothe 28, East Clinton 7 in the third. Clinton Massey 55 and Trey 7 in the second quarter. A personal foul penalty against Colerain, and still no score to report for Wilmington against McLean.
That's strange.
So now Mason is in Cardinal territory at the 37-yard line. Back to pass is Hutchinson rolling out, looking, firing deep down the field, has a man wide open, and he overthrows him. Incomplete. Intended for number 2, Lamont. Be second down and 10. They went for the bomb there on that first down play. I don't blame them. You know, that shows you have some confidence in your quarterback's arm.
Well, and they also honestly have to strike quickly. They can't waste time. They've got to get into the end zone.
Second down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hutchinson, play action, rolling out, under pressure, gets away from it, but he doesn't get away from the rest as the entire Cardinals defensive line got in that backfield to blow up that play, and Hutchinson's going to get sacked back at the 41-yard line. Third down and 14. Big couple plays here for Mason, Rick. You know they'll probably go for it on fourth down.
You have to. I mean, you know, this is the football game right here.
Not yet.
If you turn it back over to the Cardinals, they're going to run the game out.
Shotgun formation. White goes in motion. Pearson rolling out to his right. Under pressure. He's going to throw it back to the other side of the field. That was dangerous, and the pass was incomplete.
That was a
why would you throw
play.
Across your body like that?
Yeah,
that was dangerous, and it's fourth down. This is the ball game, I really think, for Mason. 5:21, that's still a lot of time, but you got 2 timeouts, and with the way Colerain can run the football and manage that clock right now, you're in serious trouble if you don't pick up this fourth down. Down 2 scores.
Right. Now the fans are to their feet.
Both sides. Shotgun formation. Michael Kay to the left side of Hutchinson. No, under center. Hutchinson back to pass. He's got a man on the far side. Incomplete. No flags. Great play on the ball by Amir Reap. Man, that's a heartbreaker. He didn't look back for the ball, but he got there right at the same time. That's why there was no call right there. Great defensive play by Reap, and now it's a turnover on downs. Colerain will have it at their own 40-yard line with 5:14 just to run off the clock.
And that's what they'll do. They'll take every second they can off that clock.
Wait see formation. The fullback is Caldwell. Jones is going to be under center. One receiver out to the left side. This one's going to go to Caldwell. Bounces off initial contact and got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Second down.
So the question will be when Mason starts using the rest of their timeouts.
Well, once that ready whistle is blown, you want to run as much time off the play clock as you possibly can. It hasn't been blown yet. Second down and 10. There's the ready whistle. Play clock still hasn't started running.
There it goes.
That just gave him an extra about 5 seconds. One receiver left side, run as much time as you can. That's what Jones is doing. As you see, he's sitting there looking at the play clock, being smart. I would snap it with about 2 seconds left. Man going in motion, he snapped it at 6. Caldwell with the carry. And he got a yard out to the 41-yard line. 4:15 and counting left to go. Once that ball's set, this wedding whistle will be blown. 3rd and 9 for the Cardinals.
There's a whistle.
They're happy with running as much time as they possibly can off the clock right here. They don't really need to pick up that first down up 2 scores. It's Mason who has to stop them here on this 3rd down.
Yeah, and that
get the ball back to
may
their
be why
offense.
they're not worried about calling a timeout. Mason isn't, because obviously right now at this point they feel like, their defense has to stop them. That's the first thing.
5 seconds to get a play off. 3, 2, 1. They just got it off. The toss is going to go to the far side. Number 23 on the toss gets it out across the 45-yard line. That was Ferguson. Ferguson got it out to the 47. Mason will take their timeout right there. So they got 1 left with 3:31 to go. It'll be a 4th and about 4 yards for Colerain after the timeout.
White Castle. I know where they are. They're over on Fields Hurdle, I think. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here.
Ew. Ew.
Huh?
White Castle is disgusting.
He doesn't like anything. He didn't like Gold Star or Skyline or White Castle or... He wants like City Barbecue or something.
Anything with beer, right?
Anything with beer. Yeah, he's finally attained the age of adulthood, and what's he want to do?
22!
He wants to drink.
Well, do you think Colerain's going to go for it? It could happen. I mean, it's 4th and, 3 yards to go.
I don't know. I think I would
Yeah,
just
they're
kick
going to
it.
punt it.
Yeah. There's a little bit of courtesy here.
Pearson will be back to receive the punt from Davinsky. 3:31 to go. And penalty flags are going to fly.
The clock had
Illegal shift. 2 men went in motion.
It's going to be a 4th and 8 now. We'll do it all over.
All right, Pearson and White are going to be back to receive Davinsky's punt. There's the snap. Flags are down. Illegal substitution. Too many men on the field. That one's going to bounce inside the 10. Down at the 6-yard line. But they could just re-punt it because they're going to get a illegal substitution. Mason had too many people on the field.
The officials will have to sort this out.
Well, it's not going to result in a first down. I don't know why you'd want to kick it over.
Re-kick it. I mean, you downed it at the 6. Maybe you can down it inside the 5.
I think it's the 6 is fine.
Well, you go for it. Talk about gutsy plays. We've seen them all night long.
I think the thought of White Castle has messed up his mind.
The officials are talking it over.
Well, they can't make them re-kick it, can they? Looks like they're going to make him re-kick it.
Illegal substitution on the Comets and a personal foul on the
They're not making him re-kick it. Colerain chose to re-kick it.
Why would they
Because the penalty was against Mason.
We will replay that down.
Yeah, but once again, it's not going to result in a first down. It's still going to be 4th and 3, isn't it?
They haven't marked off the penalty yardage. They need to.
Unless they're just trying to kill some more time.
I don't know what's going on. They didn't even mark off the penalty yardage, so they're going to just pre-punt it. And that's a nice high spiraling kick again. This one's shorter.
Yeah. So they effectively, when re-kicking it, lost 20 yards.
They didn't mark off any penalty yardage. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, we've got 3:08 left in this ball game. The Cardinals are leading 21-7 in our game of the week. Really was a close game most of the first 3 quarters. It was just this fourth quarter when things started to get out of hand.
1st and 10 from the 35 for Mason. They can still score twice. This ball game's still not over.
There's always the onside kick.
And they almost got one earlier.
And
Shotgun set.
They're passing team, so I mean, obviously the passing team has an advantage there.
Back to passes. Hutchinson fires, completes far side. Nice little pickup there of about 4.
Now the Cardinals are going to play him pretty soft. They're not going to, they're not going to let him get behind them, so they're going to keep him in front of them.
2nd down and 6 at the 39. He got out of bounds too, so stop the clock. Shotgun 4 wide. Hutchinson takes the snap. Quick drop back. Fires. Oh, man, that one was almost completed to White. He thought about running that one down the field before he caught it. And it's going to be 3rd and 6. 3 minutes exactly left to go here in our 4th quarter of play with Colerain up 21-7 over Mason. You got 2 plays here. Just make sure you get out of bounds. 4 wide. Hutchinson takes the snap. This time fires and incomplete. That one was intended for number 4, Faulkner.
And it was across the center of the field, which means if he caught it, then he would have been dragged down probably with the clock running.
4th down.
You got to go for the the sidelines,
Right.
or the end zone. Now it looks like they'll probably have to go for the end zone.
Fourth down upcoming for Mason. Need to convert this to keep their hopes alive of a comeback. Trips out to the left side. One receiver on the right. Hutchinson takes the snap. Just back. Fires. That one's completed for a first down at midfield to number 4, Faulkner. That time he caught it. And they didn't get out of bounds, so once the chains are set, the whistle will blow. The ball's spotted at the Mason 48. They're hurrying it up. There's the clock. The wind. 4 wide. Back to passes. Hutchinson again on first down. Got a man down the sideline, incomplete. That one was intended for Lamont.
But it does stop the clock.
It does stop the clock with 2:43 and a 2nd down and 10, though. Back to fumble snap, ball still loose. Colerain fell on it. Turnover. That's going to do it right there. Fumbled snap was your worst enemy, the worst thing that could have happened right there.
All right, 2:38 left, and we definitely will see them run this clock down.
Colerain will take over on the Mason 44-yard line, 2:38 to go, and a 21-7 lead. We're going to see probably a lot of Caldwell right here. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 on the left side, Jones under center. This one's going to Caldwell up the middle. Still up on his feet, he lost a football.
Caldwell was the ball carrier.
He fell back on it. 2nd down. He's going to lose 2 yards, though. 2nd and 12 from the Mason 46. There's the ready whistle blown. 2:10 and counting left to go. Jones runs into the huddle with the play. See, they're huddling up now. They didn't huddle up the entire game until this fourth quarter.
Maybe they want to get to know each other.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. This one's going to be fake, read option handed, and Jones is going to keep it, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Shante Jones, the ball carrier. Logan Hayes, the tackler for the Comets.
And I don't think there's anyone with the appetite to stop the clock on either side, so they're just going to let the clock continue to run.
Yeah, 1:20, 14 seconds to run the play. Now at 10 as he goes into the huddle. 6, 5. Jones hurries him up. 3, 2, 1. He got it off. Jones is going to keep it on the left side. And he gets back out to the original line of scrimmage. And Mason's going to use their final timeout with 1:01.
Alex King. And Andrew Morris make a stop.
Again, you're listening live to Week 4 Game of the Week action on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger with Rick Phillips and Rachel Hargrave on the camera for us this evening. It's been a whale of a game, I will say that.
It has, and it was a good call as far as picking this game. And AJ, I'm going to give you credit.
You're finally going to give me credit?
Yeah.
I've earned it.
You suggested the game, and I think it was a good suggestion.
I really think on October 2nd we should go and do the Paint Valley and Zane Trace game. Both Teals teams are undefeated.
Well, hopefully they'll be undefeated if we go do that game, right?
Yep. And Jones is going to pooch punt it down inside the 10 as it hops out of bounds at the 11.
It was a nice punt.
So Mason has 54 seconds, no timeouts to score 2 touchdowns in a miracle victory or a miracle overtime situation. But do you believe in miracles, Rick?
Well, I think it would be a miracle if we can get you to go to Gold Star or maybe to our more important place, and that would be, of course, the Slider Heaven.
You'd be lucky to drag me into Ohio Stadium.
Well, I know that would be hard.
4 wide, shotgun formation. Hutchinson as the quarterback. Takes the snap, draws back the pass, fires this one. Nope, incomplete.
Maybe if they were playing Michigan.
What?
Maybe if they were playing Michigan, you might go.
Oh, they're in Ann Arbor this year. I'll go there. That's a beautiful stadium. Biggest one in the world.
It's all right. Got to have a team in it. That's what matters. It's not just the stadium.
Hey, they're going to be 2-1 after tomorrow. Then they play BYU.
Yeah, right.
BYU's undefeated and ranked. And deservedly so. After beating Boise and Nebraska. Trips out to the right side, one on the left side. Hutchinson takes the snap, fires, incomplete. I don't know which receiver over there he was trying to go to, but it almost went to the Colerain defender.
Right, that was almost an easy pick.
Yeah, Hicks got a hand on it. 3rd down and 10.
Javon Hicks. He's the third down and 10.
So 2 turnovers in the ball game for Mason. Just 1 for Colerain, and that happened way back at the beginning of the game. Shotgun formation, Hutchinson with 4 wide. 2 on each side, takes the snap, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, he's going deep, incomplete. He overthrew his intended receiver, Lamont again. And Amir Reap was back there in coverage, 41 seconds now. They're going to go for it, obviously, on 4th down.
Makes sense.
4 wide again, shotgun formation. Hutchison takes the snap, drops back the pass, under pressure, gets away from it. He's going to take off and run it himself, and he gets drilled at the 18-yard line. It's going to be a turnover on downs, though, and all Colerain has to do is come out in victory formation and take that one knee to end it.
32 seconds remaining. We're at the corner, 18. With the play remaining.
And Jones comes out in victory formation, 32 seconds left. Colerain will take a timeout.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
They must not have had the right player on the field. That's why they had to burn a timeout. No harm, no foul. Just prolongs the inevitable.
The agony of defeat, is that what you're saying?
No, the joy of victory. If you're Colerain. Duh.
I heard that they were all getting in their bus and going to White Castle.
I got my own bus. I just take it home. I'll go to B-Dubs.
Did they let you into B-Dubs up there in Troy?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I'm popular.
You said the B-Dubs up there wasn't really that great, though, didn't you?
No, it's the Frickers that's not great.
Oh, it's the Frickers. Okay. Well, now we're going to get sued by Frickers and B-Dubs.
Nah. All right, victory formation for Jones. Under center. Takes the snap, steps back, takes the knee. And both teams will meet at the 50 to shake hands, as that'll be it for our Week 4 Game of the Week. Your final score, Colerain 21 and Mason 7 here in our Week 4 Game of the Week. Well, Rick, it was low scoring this week, 21-7.
Right, and actually
it didn't happen really until the 4th quarter.
Yeah, the halftime, the score was what?
7 to nothing.
7 to nothing. So, I mean, most of the scoring obviously was in the second half. But any way you look at it, it was a good ball game. Both teams well represented by their play on the field. Want to thank Scott Stemple and the athletic director here at Mason for his hospitality. And we certainly appreciate Mason and the Comets for accompanying us or giving us this opportunity to bring football from Mason High School.
Yeah, it was a great game. This is a one-of-a-kind facility, and it should be for a Division I high school. Just awesome-looking turf. The stands were full, like you said. There could have been upwards to 6,000 people here tonight in attendance, and it was a great ball game. These fans were treated to one whale of a game, but it was just Colerain's defense in the end that really, I think, led them to victory. But it was also the fact that in that entire first half, Mason's defense was on the field for a very, very long time, and they wore down towards the end, and it showed.
I think it was. I think that the game was won in the first half. Not the second half when they scored the points, but obviously the first half, because Mason had to be on the field, the defense, longer than they should have been. I think that, there was an opportunity when Mason came out in the second half and scored to maybe uplift the team and to maybe come back. But obviously Colerain bested them. They had the best of the two defenses, and since it was a close game, defense prevailed.
Well, Rick, any final thoughts on this ball game tonight? Colerain goes to 3-1. Mason falls to 2-2, and this was their first conference game of the season, both teams. So, any final thoughts that you want to throw out there about this ball game tonight? Well,
I think that obviously they both still have quite a bit of season left, so it's anybody's guess as to who wins this conference. I know that they've got some powerful teams in this conference, and we maybe, in fact, might do some games here later in the year with some of these other teams. But, Anyway, you look at it, another great game of the week, our fourth game of the week, fourth week of the season, and we look forward to picking next week's game of the week. We will reveal that Monday on our website, Monday evening.
And we got a few of them.
That's right. We'll have to look over the teams and the matchups and the pairings, and hopefully, when we get done, the computer will pick another great game for us to bring you this next.
Yeah, because the computer picks the games for you, not me. Well, don't forget that tomorrow evening, primetime college football matchup will be covering Wilmington College taking on the Capital Crusaders there at Williams Stadium. 7 o'clock kickoff time, 6:45. We're on the air with all the pregame action, getting you all ready for that Wilmington College game as they come in at 1-0, and Capital just 0-1 on the season. That's just a week 2 matchup too. So don't forget that pregame starts at 6:45 with the kickoff at 7. Wilmington College versus Capital. Live audio and delayed video as well. This video should be up online tomorrow, probably around the time we get out to Wilmington, wouldn't you say?
More than likely, yeah. Hopefully we'll get it up and on before we are at that game. So, and I'm in the process now. I have probably 30 servers. So I'm just now reformatting a couple of them so that it can do nothing but processing. So we're hoping to decrease our processing time, obviously with taking on the Wilmington games as well as doing a game of the week and throwing into the mix the college game. There's a lot of processing to do. So we're going to try to do everything we can to speed up that process and get the games online as quickly as possible. Just keep an eye out on our site and we will update you.
And another thing is, folks, for all those listeners out there, we are doing all this for free. Rick and we have not made a single dime except for last week when we had Bogart sponsor us.
Right. So we'd like to see some more sponsors.
We need sponsors. If you guys know of anyone anywhere in the state, anywhere in this area, Cincinnati, Dayton area, where we do our football games, if you know anyone in that area in particular that wants to sponsor, whether it be a Wilmington game, just a Wilmington game, or whether it would be just the game of the week, or even both games, we're willing, to take on anybody who's willing to sponsor us because, doing this for free, Rick and we still do it because we love the sport. We do it for the kids, but at the same time, for Campus Nation to be able to grow and to be a bigger entity than it already is, we'll need some of those sponsor dollars and
especially when we go to 3 cameras now.
Right.
That's the good thing about doing Wilmington football this year. By doing Wilmington football again, it will be easy for us to try out some new things like 3 cameras and using the switcher and all that, because having a home team like Wilmington again gives us the opportunity to do some installs of equipment that we don't have to remove after every game. We'll be able to, install certain cabling, things like that, where we can go out and we just set the camera up. The cabling's already there. So hopefully here in the near future, we'll go at least with the Wilmington games with maybe multiple cameras and a switcher and that. I guess only time will tell. But we do have some of the new technology like the Roku channel and the app that we just introduced for Android. Hopefully we can maybe port that over to an iPhone as well. But anyway, Campus Nation continues to excel, and we will continue to grow. We just hope that you'll continue to watch us and listen to us. We certainly appreciate all our viewers and all our listeners, and try to bring you the best action that we possibly can in all high school sports and college sports.
Yeah, and it's also not only the kids that keeps us coming back in the love of high school and college sports. It's the fans. We go online every single week and we look at those statistics that we have, and Rick tells me them every single week, and I'm just like, man, I'm wowed just by the response that we're getting from the fans. And you can comment on our videos online and everything. It's
like us on our Facebook page.
We have a new Facebook page.
Right.
Go on their Facebook page. Follow one of us on. I know I have a Twitter page. Rick needs to get on, where I can make us a Twitter page.
And we're going to be adding that.
Snapchat. We could get a Snapchat and have Snapchat stories sent out to the entire world. People can go on there and look. So Campus Nation's social media presence is starting to grow again and be, a big part in our website and our app and everything. Like Rick said, we're growing, and we can only go up from here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, right now we're going to pack up.
Yeah.
And we're going to head to our cars.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out. I am smelling that barbecue, those ribs, in the air. So I imagine that's coming from somewhere, but maybe across the way here.
Maybe.
And fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, it depends on whether the people hang around. Because if they hang around, it's going to be hard to get out of here.
Right, I
A lot of
know.
people here in Mason, Ohio.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. It was another great ball game for our Week 4 Game of the Week. Again, our final score was Colerain 21, Mason 7. Caldwell from Colerain ran all over Mason tonight. He probably had 200-plus yards in this game and a couple touchdowns. Well, for A.J. Ganger, Rick Phillips, and Rachel Hargrave, we want to tell everyone thank you again and good night from Atrium Stadium in Mason, Ohio.